I do much wonder that one man, seeing how much another man is a fool when he dedicates his behaviors to love, will, after he hath laughed at such shallow follies in others, become the argument of his own scorn by falling in love. And such a man is Claudio. I have known when there was no music with him, but the drum and the fife, and now he had rather hear the tabor and the pipe. I have known when he would walk 10 mile afoot to see a good armor, and now will he lie 10 nights a week, carving the fashion of a new doublet. He was wont to speak plain and to the purpose like an honest man and a soldier, and now is he turned orthography. His words are a very fantastical banquet, just so many strange disses. May I be so converted and see with these eyes? I cannot tell. I think not. I will not be sworn, but love may transform me to an oyster, but I'll take my oath on it. Till he hath made an oyster of me, he shall never make me such a fool. One woman is fair, yet I am well. Another is wise, yet I am well. Another virtuous, yet I am well. But till all graces be in one woman shall not come into my grace. Rich she shall be, that's certain. Wise or I'll none. Virtuous or I'll never cheapen her. Fair or I'll never look on her. Mild or come not near me. Noble or not I for an angel. Of good discourse, an excellent musician, and her hair shall be of what color it please God. That's from the play we're talking about tonight. Welcome back to week 3, everyone, of the Teacup for One Shakespeare movie marathon. My name is Matt, and I have 2 degrees, and tonight we are talking about a play that I don't know if I like it, and a movie that I am fairly certain I don't enjoy. But there are elements of the play that I really like, and elements of the film that I really enjoy. So who's to say? Who knows? I don't know if I've said it yet. It's Much Ado About Nothing. And my go-to criticism is, like, it's right there in the title. Shakespeare warns you. It's about nothing. Well, that's my hot take. There's also, like, a lot of stuff happens, but, like, it's kind of about nothing. Anyway, let's bring in our first guest for this evening, the person who suggested this for our lineup. It's Lisa, everybody.
Hi, everyone.
Hello, Lisa. Welcome.
Hello.
Thank you for making me watch this movie again.
Oh my God. The fact that you dislike it is outrageous to me.
Really?
But okay, it's
It's
fine.
like Peter Pan 2003. No, it's not that bad.
It's not that bad. No. It's not that bad. And also, this, just FYI, this is not my favorite Shakespeare. I just really love Beatrice. That's all.
I love Emma Thompson as Beatrice.
Yes. She does phenomenal.
She's so good. So then what is your favorite Shakespeare, Lisa?
King Lear.
Oh.
Yeah, I love I think the setup of everything with dividing the kingdom and being a king and all egotistical is such a good scenario for such an epic and such a tragedy. And I saw it last year at Stratford and I really enjoyed it. And I saw it a few years ago with Colin Feore in it.
I saw that one twice.
That was so good. And I remember reading it in grade 12 English class. And it that is peak Shakespeare. I love it. But for, a comedy, Much Ado About Nothing it's all right.
Oh yeah, no, it's nothing to scoff at. Even though I have scoffed at it, it's still it's in the upper echelon, I think, of the comedies. There are
I think it's better than Merry Wives of Windsor.
I can't share that opinion because I know nothing about that play.
Well, watch it, read it.
I know it's Falstaff City. It's here's Falstaff being crazy, and here's 2 merry wives.
There you go.
Yeah, good times. All right, well, I'm excited to dive into this play with you today. Let's bring in our next guest for this evening. You know him, you love him. It's Alex Tita, everyone.
Hey, everybody. Hey,
Hello.
Lisa.
Hey, Alex.
Alex, welcome. Alex, what is your favorite Shakespeare play? I don't know if we've actually discussed this on the show. And if
my favorite Shakespeare play?
What's your favorite Shakespeare play?
Probably. Well, I'll iterate as I want to do. I don't like favorite questions because I don't like to commit to anything.
Okay, okay. To specify, what is your favorite Shakespeare play in this moment?
Again, this moment is very complicated, and I have many thoughts and feelings, and my ability to hone in on one that stands supreme above the rest is limited. But what comes to mind when you ask me that question is The Tempest. Yeah, I purely because it's the Shakespeare show. Now that I think about it, though, I might change that to Taming of a Shrew. But well, here's the thing: The Tempest.
First person I've ever heard even consider Taming of the Shrew, and I'm interested to hear more.
Sure, yeah. So I mean, initially I was going to go with Tempest because it's probably the show that I've been most entertained by watching from Shakespeare. Yeah, there's something about The Tempest. I mean, it's probably quite similar to A Midsummer Night's Dream or to, any number of like more fantastical Shakespeare shows. So there's something about that, the setting and the nature of the writing that like it's that much more playful. It's that much more versatile in terms of the type of production, the type of set, etc., the type of things that you can do with it. So that's kind of the pros that I see for The Tempest, and I think it's funny and whatever. But The Taming of the Shrew is it's got a cool monologue from Petruchio. It's got like a funny one. Yeah, I don't know. There's something entertaining about the simultaneously you have a on the one hand you have a reportedly like interesting, successful male character. On the other hand, you have the very absurd notion of women having to be tamed in order to be whatever proper. So I think the contrast, the sort of like there are elements of the show and of the writing and of the characters and the character Petruchio in particular that I am interested in, let's say, and then there's the other elements that are absurd, and certainly not virtues, of the culture that's presented in that script. And I find the contrast engaging and funny.
Good answer. Good answer.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's double check. Let's see who we have in the comments joining us tonight. We've got my cats, of course. First, we have Eliza, who apparently Eliza saw this play at Stratford when she was a kitten. Which, fun fact, Eliza is actually from Stratford. Like as a kid, adopted her from a farm in Stratford, and yes, yeah. So she has Shakespearean drama coursing through her little cat veins.
I love that.
Yes, and then so we went. My mom and I went. We met the kittens, and then we went to go see a little night music, and then we picked up the kittens afterwards. Yes.
What a beautiful origin story.
Right. Next, Sabrina's here also. Eliza. Okay, so yeah, apparently Eliza didn't see it. She watched 5 minutes of the movie. That makes sense. There we go. Martha's here. Hello, mother. Thank you for supporting, as always. Only time will tell, Vince. Yes, she is. Respectfully.
Thank you.
Yoda for Mark thought we were doing 12th Night tonight. You know what? I don't want to say I wish we were doing 12th Night because I feel like there is a lot to discuss about this text in this movie, but 12th Night is like one of my personal favorites. I really have grown to love 12th Night.
I disliked 12th Night when I read it in grade 10 or 11. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's just because like the teacher, it was not like the greatest classroom dialogue. But I'm seeing it this year at Stratford, so maybe my mind will be changed.
Oh, yeah. Actually, 12th Night was maybe the first Shakespeare play I saw live. It was a grade 9 field trip, and I didn't know what was going on, and I was bored and didn't care for it. And then just in revisiting the text over the years, I've seen really great productions. There was one at Stratford that I personally loved, which actually there's a recording of it that I have on DVD. It's so good in some ways. And yeah, it's a very fun piece. I think it's like one of the best ensemble pieces that Shakespeare did. Yeah. Lisa has the healthy glow of someone who just fell in with in love with
I did. Recently, Vince has shown me the way of the Terminator. And I
Nice.
have followed.
Nice.
Yeah. Sarah
I've still
Connor,
not
what an
seen-
icon.
I've not seen the Terminator. I have.
It's
Yeah.
it's great.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it.
Yeah.
First two are great. Yeah.
I believe it.
Yeah.
It goes
I haven't
downhill
seen-
after that, but
I really want to see the others.
yeah. Oh, I have fun watching them myself, but they're terrible.
Yeah, that's the consensus everyone seems
Yeah.
to be telling me.
Those are movies that, I like guilty pleasure movies. Anyway, let's bring in our last guest for this evening. It's Jeanette, everyone.
Hello.
Oh, hello, Jeanette. I don't know if we've discussed this yet, but what is your favorite Shakespeare play?
I wish I had a very definite answer for that. I have a tentative answer for that because I'll probably discover something through all of this. What's that?
Maybe next week.
Maybe next week. Maybe any week. I mean, like, honestly, as we go through Shakespeare, you've exposed me to more Shakespeare than I've ever had in my life. So I would say at this point, if I had to pick, it's probably this one.
Oh.
Respectable.
Nice. It's not a wrong choice. Like that
Just
is
honestly, it's the one that I was the most interested in. It was the one I was most invested in.
Nice.
It is the one that has captivated me as a movie. I have not read it as a piece. I doubt I would be quite as intrigued.
Good answer. All right. Well, let's dive into talking about this. For those who might not know, this is something I thought would be fun to introduce. I would like to challenge Alex to summarize this play in 30 seconds.
Okay.
30 seconds starting now. Go.
Much Ado About Nothing is a story about a group of characters. Primarily, it focuses on two couples in particular, Benedict and whatever her name is, and Claudio and Hero.
Okay, and that's your time. Lisa, please pick it up. There we go. You have 30 seconds.
Oh my God. Okay. So Beatrice hates Benedict and Benedict hates Beatrice because they're like basically the same person and they're soulmates, but they don't recognize that. And Beatrice is Hero's cousin, and Hero is much younger. And like she is like so ready to get married and it's very romantic. And Claudio is like, I think like is coming home from like a war army with Benedict and Don Pedro and Don John, who are like part of this like cast of characters. And so the army comes and they like are like, oh, we're all men and we're home and like some of us are gonna get married. And Claudio is like, I'm in love with Hero just by like first.
Jeanette, your turn. Pick it up.
Okay, so I've been making a little graph this whole time people have been talking because I've had this graph in my head and then I'm listening to other people talk about it. So I'm like, yes, let me pick this up.
Yeah.
Okay, so is his name Benedict? Is it Benedict? Because my captions told me it's Benedict. I don't know if that's true. So that point A. Also, then we pick up from there and there's people threatening to kill other people. Nobody dies. My favorite part of this whole thing. Because as much as I love horror movies, as much as I love the macabre and the dead, in Shakespeare it happens all the time. So you want the one where it doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. Yay.
And so easily could have.
People get tortured. People get shamed. People get like people are dead. Yeah. So then after this, all this stuff happens. People threaten to kill him. Nobody dies. And then there's an illicit affair that doesn't really happen. People speak illy behind people's backs, and other people tell them this person loves you. No, they don't. This person loves you. No, they don't. And then there's a court case. Right? Did I skip
Is it
something?
court
I feel like I skipped something.
Well, it's
Like, yeah, there's like a semi
back
guy.
room.
that's a side thing.
You mean like with Michael
There's a
Caine
guy in a
and-
wig.
Yeah,
on
there's a sexton
podium.
case.
Yeah.
Call him a sexton.
It's
They're
boring.
I
flying
thought
away.
was a
subplot.
nautical measuring
Yeah.
device, but
No, but like the whole thing with Hero is very important because this is what this is like the purists of Shakespeare are
This
like,
is-
oh my
yeah.
god, because like, okay, where do we even begin? Like,
I know.
it's just so infuriating. Like, this is the reason. I think this is the reason why it's not my favorite, because like poor Hero deserves better.
But
Hero
that's the
deserves
reason
so
it
much
is my
better.
favorite, because it's so. It makes me so mad.
No, because
I'm
she
like-
still gets married to Claudio at the end when like he like completely believes that she has like slept with Baradio or whatever, Bernard, whatever the
Claudio?
fuck his name is.
Horatio or whatever.
Yeah. And like her father even believes this rumor. And like literally we see Kate Beckinsale, and in every single
Her father's
next
gonna kill
scene,
her. Her
they like
father's
throw her. They
going to-
throw her.
He throws her. He slaps her. It's not great.
It's violence.
Terrible.
And, like, she didn't do it.
That was the part I found. I was like, this thing is so fun and fancy free, and there's lovely refrain every time that something fun happens. And then all of a sudden, this father's like,
You slut. Just the slut shaming. And it's not even real. Like, she didn't do it.
That's what
Anyway.
gets me with this play, which I picked up on this time around, is that like all of their attitudes totally change when they find out whatever the facts were. And
Yeah.
like Claudio doesn't care that she's dead until he finds out that she was framed for adultery.
this play is the reason that Promising Young Woman happens. Has
Yeah.
anybody else seen that movie here?
Yes.
Please.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Haven't committed to memory by that title.
This.
This is in the list of reasons why like like women can't trust men. And it is up there with Adriana's storyline in The Sopranos. If you've
I
seen
thought
it,
you were gonna
know what
say
I'm talking
I
about.
don't watch The Sopranos, but
Just-
I feel
it's
you.
this
It's in
and
the
Adriana.
refrain of the song. It's in the refrain of the song.
The song?
Like
The song.
The
The men are never constant.
Oh,
men
the Nani Nani.
the nani
Yeah,
nani.
it's there.
Shore
Like
to
they
shore.
tell you. Like they can't feed it to you anymore. They can't spoon feed it to you anymore.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I feel like, well, I think this movie amped up the violence from the dad. I've seen other productions where he doesn't push her.
I'm sure you
Slapper.
have.
Yeah, in my memory, that scene is usually all the violence is coming from Claudio. I was surprised revisiting this how not violent he was, because I've seen him like throwing crap across stages and everything.
I think because look at that actor. Can you believe that from him?
I
don't
can't
think
believe
so.
anything from him. He's one of
Robert
the-
Sean Leonard, I love him.
Yeah, he was.
Oh,
good
That's
in the
Wilson.
Fox movie.
I know. I love him. I love him. I'm saying, look at him as an actor. I cannot believe that sort of violence from him. I can believe.
But he was throwing shit. And he,
He was
and he,
no,
he was.
a
and he
tongue
chucked her to the
lashing.
ground.
A
Yeah,
tongue
he
lashing.
didn't fuck her, did he?
Yeah, he
Because-
did.
yes,
He was the
did.
first one to hit her.
He
He
picked
the
her
first
up
one to.
and, like,
Yeah,
threw her.
he hurled her.
He like turned her around.
That's right. He spun her around by her
Oh, that's
pigtails.
true. Okay, now I vaguely remember.
But I'm saying I believe that sort of thing because that's a retaliation sort of violence.
Yeah. He's not a. You're right, Jeanette. Like he's a baby faced like romantic character. I mean,
Well, and I've dealt with those sorts, and that's what they're retaliate. Like they are like, no, I'm gonna get you out of my space. Not
Yeah.
I'm gonna come at you.
yeah,
Sort of
smash
thing,
her
you
face.
know?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just like that
Hmm.
is this is very it's just very spoon fed, but at the same time I like that it is because a lot of Shakespeare is very ephemera, like
Yeah, it doesn't
figure it out. Like
I one of my issues with this play is I feel like it has lots of good elements, but it doesn't do anything with most of them. I think the first chunk of the narrative, like the first time I saw it, and every time I revisit it, because I don't remember this play often because I don't care for it outside the Benedict and Beatrice scenes. Well, no, like I said, the elements that I really like. Like I love Benedict and Beatrice's characters specifically together. I think there is a lot of potential for comedy in the text that this movie doesn't necessarily tap into all that well.
Yeah.
But what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I think a lot of plot things are set up that could be potentially really interesting, but then they just kind of are squashed. Like at the beginning, like they make you believe that Claudio is going to think something's going on between Don Pedro and Hero, and it's like, oh, maybe this is the story, and then, oh no, I got her for you, which like
that's such a silly setup.
It
Like,
is.
and I think it is just foreshadowing all the other setups that everyone else does with Benedict and Beatrice, and then eventually Hero. But like that first setup of the prince
Mhm.
pretending to be Claudio to
And
get
at a costume
Hero.
party, there's so much
So-
potential. It goes nowhere.
Yeah. I wonder,
Yeah.
was Much Ado written before Romeo and Juliet or after?
After, I think Much Ado was 1599, which I think is in like the latter half of the
So
story.
I
Maybe
think
people were like, it was
getting a
too
little-
dark. It was too dark. Maybe don't be so dark.
Yeah, like let's lighten up this masquerade. Like let's use this device.
This was very fun. This reminded me of Amadeus. This got in my feels with that masquerade. When you talked about the masquerade, I was just like,
Oh yeah, like it's a fun masquerade. It's a fun masquerade.
It's cute.
And what else? Oh, and the really amazing scene between Benny and Beatrice when he's like, "I love you. What do you want me to do? You can't do it. You're not man enough." "Yes, I am. Kill Claudio." "Oh no, I can't." "Well, then you don't love me." And then like he challenges him, and then that's just kind of it, and she's okay with it. Again, like a really cool plot point that could evolve into something I would want to watch, and then like it goes nowhere. It goes nowhere.
Yeah, you want to see him beat up
I
Claudio.
want to see him beat up Claudio.
Yeah, I know.
Instead of just
Well,
kind
yeah. It'd be a traditional, like to Jeanette's point. Like I think both points are valid. On the one hand, I kind of agree that like things seem more interesting. Like, yeah, if you get a situation where it's like, oh shit, like we know the truth, but they don't know. Like it's a classic Shakespeare tragedy, right? Or classic tragedy in any circumstance or from any author. But on the other hand, as Jeanette said, this kind of sets itself apart from what's typically Shakespearean in that the things like it's almost, it's much more typical and expected even for these misunderstandings to result in people's deaths and their tragic deaths. And so the play taking the non sort of typical route for Shakespeare is also uniquely interesting in its own way, and refreshing. Yeah.
Like this is not a tragedy. Like it's a comedy.
No, it's a happy.
Yeah.
Everything's happily ever after. The bad guy is imprisoned.
kind of. I mean, there's a girl that has to fake her own death after being threatened by her own father. Like I just
Well, I'm
feel
saying
like
the end.
Hero,
I'm not saying the course of events.
Yeah,
there is a tragic hero. Not to be like, I'm just like, this girl literally is like the epitome of like she's gone through everything for
Yeah.
what? For other people's egos?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's
I'm sorry. This was
that's
the first time I'd ever seen this story or heard this story, and I was like, what is happening? I was like, I love the time difference thing, but I was just like, what is happening? This is wild.
Well,
I mean,
I feel like this is where I think this is a play that maybe it made more sense to the audience in the time period when it was written, but I don't think it resonates as fully from start to finish now as maybe some of the other texts do. I think the way it wraps up, it annoys me. Hero as a character annoys me because I think she's underwritten, and I've seen her work in other contexts where I think where productions have subtextually found ways to make me okay with her reaccepting Claudio at the end, whereas this one doesn't. I feel like her portrayal in this film is very bland and kind of passive, and I don't particularly love that actress or how the character is
Kate
directed.
Beckinsale.
Is
I
it
don't-
Kate Beckinsale? There you
I
go.
don't
Yeah.
care for Kate Beckinsale either as an actress.
Yeah, like,
I mean, I like Underworld.
Interesting
That's
about
kind of
this
my
play.
I
start and
don't
finish.
like Underworld.
I don't know what I'm
Well,
that movie, yeah.
I defy you, stars.
Thank you. That's now a shirt on my store. Shakespeare birthday sale is going on right now. 30% off. Shop wide until the 23rd. Woot. But oh yeah, the only thing I find kind of interesting about this play.
I also disagree with what you said
overall-
there, Matt. But
Well, no, we'll get there. What? That I'm having a sale on my Etsy store?
no.
Oh, okay. The only thing I find kind of interesting about the play overall is that the concept of having nothing actions have people show their true colors is kind of engaging to me, which I think is what this ultimately is about. Like we have fake setups and then you see how people would react and then they have to come back from that. It's kind of like the Marilyn Monroe quote, if you can't handle me at my worst, you don't deserve me at my best. I feel like Claudio would use that in defense of himself. He would go around.
I don't know what the point you just made there, Matt. What's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
nothing action? What's a
Like lies, people set like planting.
there's just
seeds of lies.
deception?
Yeah,
Like
deception. Creating like false circumstances that lead to people showing how they would react if they were true. It's like if she actually had cheated, is this the best way to react, by like hitting her, throwing her down on her wedding day, humiliating her? Like whether or not it's
you're
true.
saying the
showing
author?
us, like how you as her father or her fiance would react if this were true. It's very telling.
You're saying Shakespeare is doing this?
I think that's something that's just in the text. Shakespeare wrote the text. So yeah, I'm saying Shakespeare's doing this.
Okay. So I'm just trying to figure out what the point.
I thought you meant Claudio. Yeah, I think I thought you meant Claudio's point.
Well,
of
he's
view.
part.
Like
He's part of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just think that it is a pretty sexist play because of how Hero ends up still with Claudio. Like, if I were to adapt this play, I would still have Benedict, and Beatrice end up together because it's great. Like, they're the main characters, whatever. They have no beef except being annoying. But like Hero just being like, okay, yeah, like I totally forgive you and my father and everyone else. Like, I think that's just so weak. And like every adaptation of this play I've seen, like, just doesn't have the balls to change that. And I know it's because like Shakespearean purists like don't want to do that. Yeah. But I'm like, just do it. Like, it is public domain. Just change it. Change the fucking ending.
Lisa, can I throw something out?
Yeah.
Throw something out. If you take a little bit of a view it with a Fight Club lens, like what you see on the surface is not the message. It's what you get from the kind of like a South Park type thing. Like, we're going to kind of like beat you over the head with it so that you understand how stupid it is. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like that's what I got from it as a first-time viewer. No, I know. I'm just saying, like, I know that's not what he meant. As the person,
that's not what people go to see the show take away from it.
I know. It's just like that's what I took, and I was like, "Oh, this is great." And then you're right. When you said that, I was like, "Not everybody's seeing that."
No, the only time I've seen Hero's plotline kind of work in a way that, like, it didn't change the text, but it was a production at the Public Theater in New York, and when she had her like speech to him, when she revealed that she was still alive and not actually her non-existent cousin, she has the part when she's like, "I am alive and I am a maid." And in the production I saw, she slapped him really hard, and that was just to me very satisfying. She was like, "Listen, I am alive.
That's nice."
But
and I am a maid. It was kind of, oh yeah,
like the slap doesn't do anything.
It doesn't do anything. It still gave her a little bit of something, a little bit of an acknowledgement of, you don't get a free pass. Within the realm of not changing the words, that's the closest I've seen a production come to in some way acknowledging that Hero going back to him is weird.
I think if you change the inflection on a lot of lines in this play, you could change the meaning of the entire thing.
Oh, 100%. You can
also, if you injected a few songs here and there, you could change the whole. Like, if you did a drop needle, jukebox musical on this, which I don't know if that's been done. I don't know. Has that been done? Probably somewhere. But if you did that, I feel like you could change the directive of this. I feel like it's very loosey-goosey. If you just change the inflection here and there, you can kind of change it up.
Yeah, well, I mean, Kiss Me Kate kind of does something to that effect in terms of taking a Shakespeare show and then putting it in the context of, like, well, it's a meta context, but of a modern musical, and changing to an extent or having like expanding on the characters and themes of the Shakespeare show that way. I want to say that I actually think one thing, I actually think that I don't know what Shakespeare was trying, but I don't think I've read Much Ado About Nothing, like its original text, but just in my view, given what that song, that rhyme, that poem says, the "Hey Nani Nani" one, I mean, to me, it's kind of Like that's what I think the theme is. And putting aside that, I think this movie definitely shows us, like, is trying to show us uh the play in that light, which is to say, like, men are idiots. This has been a a, a sequence of events due
Yeah.
to the fallibility and idiocy of men
That's what
and pride
enabled
and
me
vanity.
to see this. Like I said, Fight Club. Like, it looks like this, but I really mean this.
Yeah,
Like,
like
that's
it's showing you all the sexist shit. It's, pardon my beep, is both, and that's why I say I think even Shakespeare was making this commentary, because I think it was more so, it was a consequence of the time, the setting, right? Like if as a period piece, this is the way men and women, you know, were treated, or whatever, women were treated in this case. So but the theme of the show is not, like, the ending of the show, I don't think is, oh, everything is like, it's a happy ending superficially, but it's not, it's not, it isn't, the ending of the show is not telling us, oh, how tragic for a hero per se, but it is telling us, at the very least, everything you've just seen is a consequence of the stupid qualities of men. So slash the patriarchy, if you will, right? So that's what what's what I believe to be true, based on the text, on that, specifically Hey Nani Nani. And Taming of the Shrew does something not quite the same, but similar, in that the ending of Taming of the Shrew, the man tames the woman, he tames the shrew, but there's it's written, the woman's line is written in such a way where it's very much the case that it's not like the man has won in the end. It's basically, he's won superficially, but she's gotten her hooks in
Like,
as well.
comparing it to Taming of the Shrew and like her Catherine's speech at the end when she says women should be etc etc, she gives her laundry list.
Yeah,
In a context of now 2024, I'm just always interested to like dig into, is this something that we're just imposing on the text that wasn't necessarily intentional? Like, do we
what do you
feel
mean?
that Shakespeare actually, do you actually believe that Shakespeare wrote, for example, Taming of the Shrew with the intention of having Catherine having that upper hand potentially over Petruchio? And do you think that this was written with like some kind of subtextual meaning to Hero accepting Claudio and taking him back? Or
No.
I feel like he wrote it just with the intention of, well, she'll take him back because now he'll have her back. That's what makes sense.
With this show, I do agree that Hero is not a particularly, like, layered circumstance. I'm more so saying I think he wrote the whole sequence of events with the general theme as written in that one poem, that men are all these things that aren't virtuous, aren't good, aren't smart, and this is a consequence of all these things, and that's how he wrote them. And everything that happens poorly in this movie is directly the result of some error that a man makes. So that's what it is. It's not that you don't have to, there's no subtext there. There's no, right? That's just what it is on the surface. So I think that's what he did. Do I think that he was trying to make some kind of deep commentary with Hero in particular, or the way we see it? Like, obviously here it's a yeah. This kind of circumstance doesn't really make sense in a modern context in 2024, in terms of how can somebody go from being physically assaulted and verbally abused in such a way to still being excited and happy to
I
get back
think
together
there's
with
plenty of people who are stuck in abusive relationships.
Oh,
who
yeah.
say
Yes,
that
yes,
this
yes.
is-
My point was from I'm saying from a societal, mentally healthy perspective,
Yeah.
we don't view the situation as a positive one, right? Whereas the movie and the play definitely does, I think.
I appreciated that, though, because in the world
I
of
do too.
Shakespeare, I just would like some levity.
Yeah.
That's why, honestly, can I be honest? Like, as someone who is not super into Shakespeare, I don't care how much you change, whatever. I really would have preferred this whole movie, for me personally, would have worked a lot better story-wise if they would have just took that scene out where the dad is like, kill her! kill her now. And I'm like, that's her father. What in the world is going on? Like, if they could just take that one scene out, this whole thing works way storyline wise, way better for me. He just finds out about it, and then he's like, oh man, there might be some subterfuge. Let's do this thing.
Yeah.
Without that whole, I might really want to kill my daughter, and then somebody tells him something, and he goes, no, I want to kill her anyway. Like, it takes like 2 or 3 convincing to be like, no, don't kill your daughter. Like,
But also, he changes his tune really quickly. I feel like that character is inconsistent.
I just would like.
Well, he changes his tune in the process. I disagree with
Yeah.
that. Like he has the whole I'm going to kill her, but he's clearly physically and emotionally exhausting himself at her. And in that same sequence, in that same scene, he starts lessening on that. Like the priest or whatever, the bishop is beseeching him continuously, please, like stay your hand, listen to me, whatever. And as he's being that, so personally, I found that actually to be quite believable, like within the context of the setting, which is this is a capital
shock, and
yeah, like the most horrible thing
quickly.
in this society that my daughter could have done, which has been unfaithful to her betrothed, whatever. This is the absolute capital crime in this society, not in the moral truth of the world, but in this Shakespearean setting.
That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Like, as a modernization, that's the only scene I would be like, pluck that. Everything else works fine. Like, nothing changes really that much.
All that changes is you have one less scene showcasing the shittiness of men. Like,
sure,
and then,
yes.
right?
So yeah, you saw the whole thing.
Yeah. But I'm just saying, like, if you take the view of like that, this play is ultimately about showcasing the shittiness of men. I say that scene is another point check.
Yeah,
Show me
I will say
something that I don't want to see. But I also take your point that I also take your point. I can see it working without that scene too, but just differently.
Lisa, are there any other major scenes? Because like I feel like other than that, I feel like this, I don't know, it's pretty cool. I don't know.
No,
I feel like
I mean, like, I think like the rest of the I just love the whole setup of like getting Benedict and Beatrice to be together. I think it's hilarious.
My favorite.
So good. It's so good. And I wish they like hammed it up a little bit more for the movie, because the 2 versions I've seen at Stratford were hilarious. Like the one I saw, I don't know when it was, I think like 2015, 2017. It was with Deborah Hay and Ben Carlson, and they like set it in Brazil with like these winding staircases, and it's just like them like hanging over these like staircases. So funny. And then the one I saw last year, like Beatrice like climbs a tree and like falls down and like goes under a table. It's like so hammed. It's
There's so much opportunity. And like the one with David Tennant and Catherine Tate, it's on YouTube right now. During that scene, she gets accidentally like attached to a painter's harness, so she's like hoisted up in the air, covered in paint.
So good.
While he's dropping, it's hilarious.
I
trusted Kenneth Branagh to ham that up, because this is such a hammy movie, and that's the one scene when he seemingly decided to, I guess, tone it down.
I think Kenneth Branagh, I do like him as a director and as a storyteller, but I think he took the viewpoint of this not necessarily being a comedy but a romance, which is like a very different take. Like this is a very romantic take on Much Ado About Nothing. Like everything from my point of view, like the style, the aesthetic, the score is, I'm like, oh, it's so romanticizing everything. But like the subtext, also just the text, it's like so funny.
Yeah, I realize that there's productions of this at my local Renaissance festival that I never go sit down and watch, and now I'm gonna go sit down and watch because I'm like they're probably like I think bits of this.
Okay.
It's probably not the whole thing, I'm guessing, but like I feel like I've seen this on the lineup somewhere, and I'm like, now I want to go see it, because you're right, I didn't think about that before. Like this is an awfully romantic, which is odd for me to like it, because but I think that's what I like, is that it's poking fun at romance. Like that's the whole freaking point of it, and that's what I love. Like the romantic movies I like are the ones that poke fun. Like my favorite romantic comedies are like The Sweetest Thing and Knocked Up, which are both like, how stupid is this that these people are doing this And it's just like I don't know. That's what I like about this. And but particularly, which I guess is not uncommon, is like that couple. I don't know who goes into this and is like, oh my God, I really love Hero's relationship. That's why I watch this.
No,
Like, why?
yeah,
I
Who
think the only
watches
reason people
this?
do this play is for Benedict and Beatrice.
It's
Please-
better
okay,
than-
good.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
But like, I think it's weird because the way that I learned Shakespeare is always like go to the text. Like, what does the text say? What is the text saying? Like, don't put your own point of view in it. What's the text saying? And when you just read it line by line, there are so many funny moments that I do think the movie like missed a little bit because of like whatever the direction the take. But if I were to direct this, oh, it would be so funny. Even Heroes like damnation. I think I would like totally direct it in a way that it is like hammed up.
Like slapsticky.
Like
Yeah.
She's like dodging, like ducking the like swings of like Claudia and her father.
On,
like,
on,
the
on
hero
that,
being
on that
just,
note, the Joss Whedon version of this, like which I realized I really do love, even though I don't think I like the play. But the wedding scene, it's super dramatic, and then just at the very end, as people are walking off, one of them grabs a cupcake from the cupcake table and starts eating it, which is just hilarious. And like that's the type of subverted comedy that I think makes this text work and shine.
yes.
I don't get that joke, but okay.
No, it's just like an addition.
Oh, you're saying like what, like a non sequitur scene, like that leaves
Yeah,
you
like
with
imagine
this
that
is like
scene happen
okay.
almost like it did in this,
Oh.
where like she's being shamed and people are really intense, and then one of them just looks at her and then like walks away, and then on the way he passes by the dessert table and just takes a cupcake and starts eating it.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Kind of this like
Yeah, the one that I just saw last year, Ursula and Margaret,
Mhm.
they had this interaction with Benedict who's like in the courtyard trying to relax, and he's like, "Can you guys help me take off my boots?" And like Ursula and Margaret are like, "No, we're relaxing." And then he's like, "Can you guys go get like my book? I left it in my room." And they're like, "No." Like it was additions to the script where I was just like, this is hilarious because he's poking
Yeah.
fun at men. Like,
Can I say I really wish, I know they gave him a lot. But I could have taken, in addition to this being all about Benedict and Beatrice, I could have taken it been Beatrice and Michael Keaton.
And Dogberry.
Just
on Dogberry, the
please,
trailer.
please. Can we
I
just have
forgot he was in it, to be honest.
that was why I was interested. So after we found out this movie was on the lineup, I watched a Michael Keaton breaks down his best roles in his history,
Nice.
blah blah blah. And this came up and I was like, are you kidding me? I was like so not interested in this movie. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Oh my God. And then I was like, Michael Keaton's in this, I'm in. And it's in his multiplicity era, like post Batman, but pre like Birdman, you know, like that whole time, and pre Spotlight and all that. Like it was this weird time for him, and I love Multiplicity. And this is like 3 years pre Multiplicity. I was like, yes, give me that Michael Keaton.
I kept
I
getting
love Michael
slight Beetlejuice vibes, and that made me
too.
feel
Yes!
happy.
Me too.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, I loved it. I loved it.
So funny.
One thing that annoyed me was the opening sequence, because it was very the energy was just, it was like I was like, this is overstimulating and I don't like it.
Really?
we could describe it in a different way.
Is
too.
it just them like coming to town and being like frolicky?
Like
Oh,
the horse porn. Ken would love it. Like the slow motion, the music, and it's just like everyone calm the bleep down. And things like that kept happening. It was also like that when Benedict decided he was in love with Beatrice, and then the music.
Yeah,
was
yeah,
over
with the
everything, the slow
backgrounds of them
motion,
swinging. Yes, I thought that was supposed to be funny at that point.
Yeah.
it
Okay.
was,
At both.
grandeur.
I thought that was supposed to be ridiculous at that point.
Yeah. I agree
Earlier
with
in
both
the
points.
movie, my daughter was watching part of this movie with me, and I did not know that there was going to be nudity in this film. I did not know that.
Why is there so
I
much?
always forget about that.
I don't mind it. It's fine. I told her, you know, like that's my whole thing in life is like she can hear a few curse words and see some butts. Like it's okay. And literally
There's some
she went. she went, why are they naked? Why are their butts out? Like, and I was like, she's 11 and a half. I was like, I don't particularly know why their butts are out right now, but it's cool.
They're taking
I
a
mean,
shower.
like,
Yeah, they're
they're
bathing.
just bathing. I was
Yeah,
like, I guess
that's
they
how you
bathe
bathe.
together. It's fine.
Yeah.
So, like,
Olden
that was
times.
the thing that we had to discuss, and I was like, it's cool. I don't know. I guess if you went to gym in the 70s, you also had to bathe together. That was a thing too. Watch Carrie. You know, I mean, it's not
Right.
very different. So yeah, I just that it was very interesting to tackle those things in this film. She watched like maybe like I don't know 3/5 of this film with me, so it was very like on and off, and she was just had a lot of questions. But that opening scene you're talking about, like with them running, she's like, "Why are they like? I don't get what's going on here."
They're so bored. There's nothing to do.
I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know. They're just waiting around for more people to come to town. I don't know.
Well, I guess,
Yeah.
like, what is the world of this specific movie? Where, like,
I think
is
they're
it
in Italy.
They're
They're like
drinking
in a-
wine.
Yeah, it's an
in a
estate. It's the
walled-in
guy's
city.
estate.
they all dress
in
the same?
Italy.
It feels kind of
They're
cult-
soldiers and not
culty.
soldiers. If
It's
you're not a
very
soldier, you dress the
culty.
same. If you're a soldier,
feels
you
a
dress the
yeah,
same.
it feels a little culty, and like, how come
Yeah.
all those guys weren't at war with them? Unless
Because they're lovers, not fighters.
Yeah. I
Why
also
are
think
all
they were
these
coming
weird
home from a
men
war.
dressed the same, but they're not military? I don't. They're just
No, they're
like
military.
the prince's
Well, the
men?
military are military.
Yeah.
I don't know. It was.
It
very
all
interesting.
makes sense. It's
It all
fine.
Yeah, if you read the text, I haven't read the text. I understand that.
Well, the text probably doesn't really make it make sense, but it makes sense.
It makes sense somewhere.
The movie
You don't
makes
need to
sense.
analyze.
Yoda's asking if they made the masks for the party after they all.
That's what I was gonna ask about. I'm like, and then they have masks, and there's this weird, like, very
Yeah.
early '90s, like weird display of like branches, like they came from like the craft or something. I don't know. It's very
Crap.
like, what's with that weird like branch structure that the masks are hung on? I was like, what is this? Like, they're at a
Oh,
party?
yes,
I
the
don't know.
mask nest. Yes.
What is that?
Yes, the classic Italian mask nest. Yes.
Listen. Production design.
I love
Let's
it.
throw a
That's what I'm
mask
saying.
nest in
Let
there.
me tell you, none of these costumes or sets felt authentic in the
Oh my god,
least.
the costumes. Oh my god.
I like the
remember when I
costumes.
watched this
They're
for the
they're great.
first time.
I love them. They show a lot of cleavage. They're fantastic.
Yes.
I'm just saying that they don't like when I was watching it. I was like, "What period is this? What country am I in?" I waited for clues.
Why don't they have another outfit? Anyone?
I know.
Yeah, I don't know. They all just have peasant. Like I'm like, you all look like you're trying to get laid at Renaissance Festival. I can't. I don't know what's.
That's what
going
they
on
were
here.
trying to do.
That's
We
a
see
hot
the
take.
mask scene. That's the trying to get laid scene. That's what they're doing.
I was
You
like,
know?
what's happening here?
It's like
What
once a
period
month
is this?
we dress in
You're-
masks and we try to get laid.
I feel like the coats were from one era and the dresses were from another. I don't know what was going on. It was very sexy. I don't whatever was happening.
Yeah, good movie.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Mm.
Oh
Mm.
boy, indeed. Ugh, okay, well,
Are you blushing, Matt?
uh,
I think a little bit.
or maybe who
I think a
knows?
little
Listen, when I was watching this today,
Mm.
I and like the shower scene was happening, the bathing scene was happening, and like the clothes are falling off. I'm like, oh my god, am I gonna see Emma Thompson naked? Am I gonna see Kate
You almost
Beckinsale
do.
naked?
Right?
Well, you saw
Like,
the back.
we never do, but I saw a lot of hairy butts.
That's what I knew. I was like, what is happening?
So many hairy butts.
Saw hair? I didn't see hair. I had a low res.
HDTV guys, I
Yeah.
saw a lot
I have
of
an HDTV too, but the stream
Yeah,
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
high quality for me.
I had Tubi. I don't know.
yeah.
Sorry,
Oh yeah, I
watched
watched
it.
it on TV too.
Yeah.
Yeah, decent
No,
res. It was decent res, but anyway, let's talk about I guess Kenneth Branagh and Emma Thompson. I think it's interesting that they made this while I think they were married. I know at
They
one point in
were?
their lives they were married, but
Oh.
I'm assuming
I didn't know they were
sex-
married either.
Yeah, they were married, and then he cheated on her with Helena Bonham Carter.
Good man.
Before she was married to Tim Burton?
Whoa! I had no idea. What?
Yeah.
What?
Oh my god,
Yeah.
my world.
Apparently, this is all true. I mean,
need to look this up. Hold on.
first we've
Okay,
heard of this, Matt.
First of all, I thought this lady was the one that Liam Neeson was married to that died in the
No.
skiing accident.
No, that's
No,
Natasha.
that's Natasha Richardson. We love
Yeah.
her.
We love Natasha.
Okay, I thought that was her,
The
and
mom from
obviously
Parent
not.
Trap.
Yes, exactly.
No, this is Professor Sybil Trelawney from the Harry Potter movies. And
Okay, yes, I do know them that they are different, but I know that I get them confused very often.
oh, yeah.
I confuse 4 actresses that don't really look that much alike. I confuse Emma Thompson with Tilda Swinton with.
How do you confuse Emma Thompson's eyes?
No,
are
I know, I
different,
know.
And Tilda
I know.
Swinton's eyes are like.
Let me finish my list. I got 2 more. The girl from The Reader, the woman from The Reader,
Kate Winslet,
Kate Winslet, and Galadriel.
Kate Blanchett.
Okay, yeah, those are. I
I can see
conflate
getting
them.
Kate Blanchett and Tilda Swinton confused.
I just
can
mix
see
their
that.
names
And
up.
I can see getting Kate Winslet and Emma Thompson. I can see the intersection.
Yeah.
Not nary the two shall meet in the middle.
I don't think they look alike.
No.
I just when I think of the actress, their various names randomly pop up.
I
They
love that we
substitute each
have
other.
like a Charlie Day graph of all these.
These actresses.
These are the 4.
As a person who has had a crush on Kate Blanchett, Emma Thompson, and Kate Winslet, not Tilda Swinton, I'm offended by this conversation.
Never Tilda Swinton. Like who?
Never Tilda Swinton.
in the movie, in the
Only asexuals
in the
are
movie.
attracted to Tilda Swinton.
No,
Only
in that
asexuals.
movie, the Ice Queen. She's a hot ice queen.
Yeah,
Nobody.
The Ice Queen in Narnia. She's hot.
You never
She's got
wanted
the
to
Borg
snuggle up and
thing.
eat Turkish delight with her?
Yeah, she's got the Borg thing. You like the Borg in
I'd much
Next
rather
Generation.
I'd much rather have nipples.
Vince
Venus
will back
with
me up on that, by the
Soliari.
way.
I'm
No,
not about.
I'm with you on this one, Alex. Yeah. We can agree on one thing. There we
I'm
go.
not about Tilda Swinton. Anyway,
But how do we feel about those two, I guess, in terms of their chemistry, in terms of the casting? Like my main takeaway with this is that I think those two are perfectly cast. I think they're like the prototype of embodying those roles. Like if you were to lift them off the page as to be pretty true to what I think they are as written, I like it's those two for me. And I love them.
And more or less agree.
I mean, there for some reason, I just don't care about Benedict at all. But like Kenneth Branagh kind of makes me care about him just a little bit. Because like once he gets all lovey-dovey, he gets all cute.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he gets so cute. And then I'm like, oh my god, his hair is so dreamy. Oh my
Can I
god.
tell you, okay, the thing that drew me in about this movie and about this story was the way that Benedict and Beatrice act. It reminds me of my like middle school to high school years. Like there was no relationship that did not start that way. Like it was just like
Yeah, pulling on the hair.
absolutely like I am obnoxious and you are obnoxious and we will be obnoxious together. Like it was like that was just and now like that's a hindsight's 2020 thing. Like I was like, oh, this is charming. At the time, I would have found them loathsome. I would have been like, oh, this is obnoxious. I can't stand this. But that's why I didn't like Shakespeare, I think. And now I'm looking back and I'm like, oh, this is very entertaining.
Yeah. As a child, as like a youth,
yeah,
I used to like flirt in this way of like being mean to people I was interested in.
Right.
Yeah,
or we had to be.
What's it called?
Yeah,
what?
There's a term for
boys.
it.
Is it?
Negging. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But also like there was this thing of like we need to be friends. We need
to be cool.
We need to roast each other.
Yeah.
Like, that was my thing, was like, I'm not cool with you until we've like exactly negged, roasted, like spent time being cool with each other. And then like it has to be surprising. It has to be, oh my God, I can't believe.
I turned around and there you were.
I personally love negging Vince. And like that's how I know our relationship is strong. We can nag at each
That's
other.
how you keep him honest.
And he keeps me honest too. I love when he roasts me. So
didn't roast you tonight.
It's
he
true.
flattered you tonight.
I know. Well, it's a balance, Alex.
Okay.
He was roasting me last night.
Neg in the morning, Flattery in the evening.
Vince
Yeah.
did get something right. Tilda would be the best board queen ever.
Oh
ever,
yeah,
ever.
yeah, yeah.
Ever, ever, ever,
Yeah.
ever. Like,
Yeah.
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 Or
I don't even
there's
know
the
how much
Children of
makeup
Dune.
you really need to do. I think you just need to put some white
Nothing.
face paint and like some green spray paint and like
You're good.
that's it. Yeah.
You're so good.
Yeah,
We're
bald
there.
cap. They gotta
A
be
bald
bald. Borg
Oh,
has to
she
be
can
bald.
shave. She's
Yeah,
done.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
she can
she
say
just
whatever she
does
wants.
this and it's like some gel and that's it. Like,
Yeah.
I want to see Tilda Swinton doing Much Ado as both Benedict and Beatrice. I just want to see her, like, I don't know.
As
You want
both.
Tilda to beat to
I want
do
her to
like
be
a
both. I want her
Eddie
to be both.
Murphy.
Like,
Yep. I want the
if
Yeah.
you gave Tilda Swinton like a drag queen, if you gave her a breastplate and switched her between multiple roles in a play, she could totally Eddie Murphy the crap out of a Shakespeare play. Like,
it would be amazing.
that would be
I'm down.
so stunning.
I love that.
Yep, and I'd enjoy it if it was this one.
Wait, but we haven't talked about Emma Thompson.
Let's talk.
Yeah, I
about
was gonna make a shout out, but let's hear it.
Oh no, I love Emma Thompson. I think she's like a really great Beatrice. I think she has the range. I think she's stronger than Kenneth Branagh, but like that's just because I think Beatrice is stronger than
I think
Benedict.
Kenneth
Like,
Branagh's very hokey in his acting a little bit, but
Yeah.
like intentionally. So like I don't mind it here, but I don't mind it in Harry Potter, but I pretty much mind it everywhere else.
Actually, I feel like I don't know that I would like Kenneth Branagh opposite a different Beatrice, but I'm pretty confident I would love Emma Thompson as Beatrice opposite anyone.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
Strong.
Yeah.
I think she can she just has the capacity to like connect and make it work with anybody.
Shout out to Emma Thompson in this film when she when it's that scene where they profess their love to each other and then she says kill Claudio.
Yeah.
Like the
So good.
Right? She
the
has
stone
to change
coldness.
so quickly. Yeah.
Very nice. Very engaging acting there.
Yeah. And then she just like erupts, the anger eruption.
Yeah. So
I
good.
love it. But she's not my favorite Beatrice. I have seen my favorite Beatrice. And you can all see my favorite Beatrice at Stratford at Home, which is like you can stream it. And
Is it available now? Like, is it released?
It's available. It's fully available.
Nice.
It's great. It's like edited really well.
That's last year's or whatever?
Yeah.
Pardon?
That's last year's production?
Yeah, last year's. I kind of want them to also, I don't know if they filmed it, but the one in 2017 or whatever, just to like see the juxtaposition of it all. But guys, Mev Beatty, Beatrice, that's my Beatrice. That's my Beatrice. Yeah.
I believe it. I believe it. I mean, I've never seen a Mev performance that I didn't love. And I just think it makes sense her in that role.
Very much so. But the reason also, aside from her stunning performance, in this like production, they added a Beatrice soliloquy at the beginning that like talks about like the gist of it is like they have Hero on stage and Beatrice is talking about how like young women perceive themselves in the eyes of others, in the eyes of men, but like really they're just like they're like excited about their life, they're excited about their futures, they're excited about their dreams. And I think like it puts into perspective the whole story better than like opening up with the song. I hate this.
Hey, Nani Nani. All I think about when I hear Hey, Nani Nani is the Disney Pocahontas when they're singing.
Hey, Nani Nani.
Hey, Nani, hey, Nani Nani. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, yes, highly recommend it. It's like available to stream. I think it's like $7.99 a month. You can have like 7 days free trial. I think you can get it like anywhere. I don't think it's like just Canada. I think because there's a lot of United States folks that go up to Stratford to watch things. So highly recommend. They have like all of like most of their stuff up there. And they do over like 15 shows a year. So highly recommend it.
Yeah, no, I want to check it out. I heard that they like added some stuff to the beginning and the end. I'm curious. I'm always just interested to see when people rewrite or add stuff to plays, what they do and where it comes from. Like if it was sourced from other. Do you know, was this written by someone like for this production, or did they pull something from like another?
Yeah, the Aaron Shields wrote the beginning soliloquy, and then there's like a small scene, I think in Act 4, that kind of like gives Hero a little bit more juice, and then just like ad libs. So like a lot of just like women responding to the things that men are saying, like with a lot of like, you know, sass and just realism, and it makes it there is a little bit more of a modern take. But yeah, they commissioned Erin Shields, who's this amazing Canadian writer. She's done a lot of adaptations of Shakespeare. She's done Queen Goneril, which was a take on King Lear's Goneril. And she's working on another one right now that's like premiere. Anyway, she's like a huge like Shakespeare nerd, and it's like lovely to see that they're like using her at this like bigger theater company in Canada. But yeah, like when I first saw it, there was a part of me that was like, this doesn't like not make the show sexist. Like, what's the point? But then when I saw them release it online, there were so many people who were like, oh, I don't know why they have to change anything. Just leave Shakespeare the way it is. And then I was like, whoa. Like, no, like that's not what we do here. Like what we do here is to like continue like questioning these things that we continuously do. Because if we just do the same thing over and over again, that's not fun. So I'm like, okay, Shakespeare purists, let's be nice. Let's patch a bubble and let's explore other options. But yeah, it doesn't really change the essence of the story. So
because I was going to ask if they did anything to like address the whole Hero bit. No.
Alison Edwards' crew still like is pushed. She's still pushed. The guy who plays her father still yells, "Kill her!" I'm like, holy moly! And it's different because like I like know these people, and I'm like, oh god, this is awful. It's so bad.
I'm just going to throw this out here now. Might not be the best time to do it, but one of the quotes that stood out to me as just like a coolly written line, merited though it may not be, is actually, so in that scene before the father loses his shit, I'm pretty sure he has the line, "Hath no man's dagger here a point for me." You know, so that's it's a cool line. You know, and
I did notice that. I very pointedly noticed that, and I did think that was pretty like.
It's not a justification. It's just it's a
sign of
universe.
What's to come.
Yeah. It's an in-universe
thing. It's a very big foreshadowing moment to be like, hey, it's almost like a trigger warning. Like, hey,
a little bit, yeah.
You people that I knew it. I was like, oh man, is that where this goes? Holy crap!
Like before he starts yelling, "Kill her," he's basically saying, "I'm going to kill myself," or like, "I want to die," you know, "Kill me," and
because
then he starts,
of this.
You know, yeah, which is not a good thing, right? And it's not, but it's, you know, it's at the very least, it's that like, okay, that's what he believes, right? That's his culture. That's his thing.
But without having to do a lot of expo on his character, which I don't know how much the actual piece does as opposed to the movie, but like without having to do a ton of expo on that particular character, I learn a lot just right there.
Yeah.
That's like a big clue within the text.
Yeah, and I do appreciate times like that, especially in movies. A lot in movies, more so than in books. In books, I feel like it's pandering. But in movies, I'm like, thank you. That's a half hour of expo I don't need now because you've told me something in one line.
Yeah.
Oh, that scene. Okay. Yoda from Mark makes a lovely point. What truly makes Shakespeare timeless is the conversations we can have around text, much more that 400-year-old viewpoint of archaic gender roles. So
yeah, no, like the text is like wild. Like it's just so good. I just wish I wish writers could write not necessarily like the poetic fluff and necessarily like, you know, the way that they're saying things. I'm talking about like Beatrice has so many lines, like she's so quick-witted And there's so many other
Oh
characters.
God, that she were a man, she'd eat his heart in the marketplace.
I
Or,
wanted
like-
that. Where's that T-shirt, Matt?
You
Yeah,
want it? I'll make
I
it.
want more Beatrice t-shirts, Matt.
Love it. I'll make Beatrice t-shirts.
I want like a KO from Mortal Kombat with the heart in the hand, like a Kasha from
Yeah,
King of
Claudio with
That-
X's on his eyes,
that
a
I would
gaping
eat,
hole.
and I just wanted to say that I would eat his heart in the marketplace, and
So
have
good.
like Aladdin in the background, like, oh no.
I love it. Or you should do something with like the soldier being stuffed somehow. Like there's that line of like,
Which one?
Yeah,
my God,
yeah.
what's the
They
line? just
I just want
yeah,
a
when at the
picture
beginning of
of
the
Michael-
play, she's
I
talking
just want a
about
picture
the
of Michael Keaton and it with a thought bubble of or a speech bubble of I'm an ass.
I'm an ass.
Just
Yeah.
Michael
Yeah.
Keaton. But
I'm an ass. I'm an ass. I'm an ass. I'm an ass. Just 3 times.
I found so the line is so she's talking to a messenger. The messenger's
Yeah.
like, and a good soldier too, lady. She's like, and a good soldier to a lady, but what is he to a lord? And he says, a lord to a lord, a man to a man, stuffed with all honorable virtues. And then she says, it is so indeed. He is no less than a stuffed man, but for the stuffing, well, we are all mortal. Oh,
Yeah.
oh, the way Emma Thompson delivered that line.
Yes,
So good. So
Oh.
good.
I love it. The one-liners like in the middle of this movie. Between Emma Thompson and Michael Keaton, I could eat it up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
My
can we
favorite
just-
is it's so simple, but I love I wonder that you still be speaking, Senior Benedict. No one marks you.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh, that's good. Can we talk about that moment where the prince Don, what's his name, Pedro,
Mhm.
Denzel Washington.
Don
What a
Denzel?
stunning performance! What a stunning performance!
Yeah,
I love
yeah.
that
He's great.
like
Denzel's
great.
always
he's like the foremost like African American Shakespeare actor. Like I love that, and that's his. I wish he would lean more into that. Like I
Yeah.
almost wish he would bring more Shakespeare to the screen based
Yeah.
on his performance because it's so good.
Mhm.
He's so good. He's so. Have you seen Mackers?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah. I guess we saw it because that was an Oscar movie a year ago.
yeah, and
Uh,
it's just
we've
stunning.
never discussed it on the show. I just saw
But
it. Came out
it's
and
really
watched.
stunning.
We should discuss it. Oh my God! Why didn't we add it to the list?
I'm like, wait, what? Did we
I
not talk about it on here?
had to-
We've
had to
talked
pick-
about it at
had
the
to pick
Oscar
4.
show.
I figured other people. I figured like everyone had already seen it, but like we
It'll come about. It'll come
It's
about.
fine. It's fine. I'm not
Can we have
angry.
a Coen Brothers month? And then that'll
Yes.
happen.
Yes.
I don't
Let's
like
have
it,
a
but
Coen
yes, we
Brothers
could.
month.
Oh, stop it. Burn After Reading is fine.
I'm sure it is.
Burn After Reading is like hilarious.
It is hilarious.
Yeah,
It is. I
exactly.
didn't see it because by then I decided I didn't care for their movies. But I loved
Stop it.
Macbeth. I loved Macbeth.
See,
So I guess we just have to get rid of one of them. Just give me what?
there's a lot. There's a lot.
Yeah.
It's okay.
We'll
True
figure it
Grit.
out.
I like True Grit. I liked True Grit.
Okay. Okay.
And Oh Brother Where Art Thou had its moments. Yeah.
We're not getting off on this. I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's go back to Denzel Washington
Yeah, back to
as
Denzel
Don
Washington.
Pedro. Okay, when he's like to Beatrice, like, "Hey, do you see yourself with me?" And he's like being all like, "Maybe we can get married," and she's just like, "I'm so sorry, but like, no."
I know.
Not too much.
What a move! What a move!
I
so
love-
He's too
good.
busy for her. He's too
I
busy.
love.
And
I
also,
love
she
it.
has her heart's taken already.
Well, she would never admit that though.
No, she was.
No, she would admit that, but that's the truth.
No, but like I also like she had something about how like he was too rich for her, or like he was like too something for her.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I was just like, she's not interested in a prince. Like she would never go well with a prince.
Yeah, she says the line like "You're too like I would." It's almost like she's analogizing him to clothes. She's like, "I could only like wear you on the weekend, like or on the non-working day, but I need something cheaper for the working day."
Yes.
Like she's like, "You're
something
too
for
good. You're too good for me. You're too, basic."
Yeah.
That's the way I interpret it anyway. It was like
Oh.
you're too. Yeah.
Also, like it seemed like if she were to marry him, she would have to change who she was, which is like not
Sure.
an outspoken woman,
Mhm.
and like she's not going to do that.
There was no shot. She was into Benedict. That's all there is
Well,
there.
can I
Oh,
tell
no.
you the thing I love about Benedict and Beatrice too, the thing that also feeds into that whole high school thing is like I'm not interested in someone until I know they're interested in me.
Yeah.
Like, that whole bit of like, I don't actually know what I'm into, but as soon as I find out someone's into me, I am certainly into them. Like that is
Oh my God. When I'm like crushing on someone and then like someone says they have a crush on me, I'm like, I've dumped my crush. I'm focused on I'm so fickle. It's so funny. Oh my God.
Hey, nanny, nanny.
Yeah,
Hey,
and
nanny, nanny.
I also love her text where she's describing why like a normal man or an average man isn't enough for her. It's like he that doesn't have a beard is not for me, and he that is more than a man, etc.
oh my god, that's the
Yeah.
other t-shirt I wanted. I was
Yeah,
like,
the beard
Make a
line.
list.
So
yes.
good.
Yeah.
Vince was
I'm not
nodding
for him.
off.
He's not for me.
Vince was nodding off at the show, and like I like woke him up for that line. I'm like, because he had a long beard at that time. I was like, "You listening to that?" It's okay. He sounds a beard. I love his beard.
To go back to Benedict for a second, one thing that I appreciated on this reviewing was it made me, I guess, appreciate Benedict's character arc more than I had before, because seemingly he's like one of the only people that isn't horrible to Hero when the revelation comes out.
he's
kind of
the
just
only one that
Yeah.
actually changes throughout this whole
yeah,
thing.
and like he starts
To
out in
any
one place
degree.
where he's like, no, I'm not one for a relationship. I'm aloof, whatever. But then when stakes actually show up and like someone is humiliated and relationships are on the line, that's where he commits himself out of love. I feel like he's an interesting character, and I like him more than I thought I did, and I want to play him now. That's it.
Yeah, he's
You'd
one of
be
the
a
most
great
reasonable
Benedict.
people.
Wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Benedict is good. I like him as a character. Honestly, he's one of the most relatable male Shakespeare characters. I was like, wow, I knew people like you more than I've known anybody else. Anybody else in these plays. It's a very relatable character, and in the day and age of like back then, people wanted icons. Now we want people who are relatable. Like I can see myself in them, and like that's how I'm viewing it. And that was who I was like, oh, I've known somebody like you, or felt like you, or whatever, a combination of the two at some point. That's what I really liked about his character. We have not talked about Keanu Reeves as a villain.
Oh my God.
And
Oh my God.
I don't
And I thank you. I'm not a man of many words, but I thank you.
I don't like my Keanu as a villain.
What do you mean?
I don't want to feel poorly towards my Keanu.
Okay,
So
okay.
sad.
Okay, well, that's
I
good.
can't think of another time Keanu's been a villain. Can you?
The Lake
No.
House.
I mean, he's kind of a villain
Wait,
in Something's Gotta Give. Seen that rom-com with
Oh, stop
Jack?
it! Stop it! Don't you come for Something's Gotta Give. Don't
Hey, I
mess
like
that
the
story
movie.
up in my mind. Don't
I'm
mess
just
that
saying
up.
Keanu's a little bit of
I
an
love
he
that
gets in the
movie.
way.
Can't believe
I love
you
it
even
too.
Seen that movie? I talk to people about that movie and nobody's ever seen
Yeah,
it.
no, I
is
always
that?
it's a
Is that-
back-to-back.
is that
Something's Gotta
Jack
Give and As Good as
Nicholson?
It Gets. That's
Jack
the
Nicholson
Jack
and
Nicholson, Diane
Diane
Keaton,
and Amanda Peet
and Keanu
Reeves.
and from Fargo and some Burn After Reading. What's the
Brad Pitt?
No,
He's
the
in it
girl, the woman. He's not in it.
Frances
Brad Pitt in it?
McDermott?
No.
No, the woman, her
Frances
sister, Frances
Frances
McDermott.
Yeah.
Yeah. Lisa wins.
Yeah.
Oh my God, she is in it.
Yeah. She's
Yeah,
fun. She's
I
great.
do love that. It's been ages,
Yeah.
but I love that movie. I used to watch it on repeat on DVD. Oh my God. But yeah, I don't like. No, he's not a villain in that.
I'm just saying,
a-
technically, he's an obstacle to true
He's-
love.
Look.
John Wick.
Okay, he's
and-
a killer, but somebody killed his dog,
Yeah.
dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
No,
God.
forgiven. There's my cat again.
I haven't seen those movies. I stand Keanu Reeves, and I'll never believe that he's a villain. And I did not care for him as a villain in this film.
I don't think he played it very well. He was
No, he's too.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm dying on this hill. Keanu
No,
Reeves
He's
is
too
great.
affable.
What?
He's too affable.
He's not.
Yeah, like,
he's
no,
not too affable. He's
he's
perfectly
wrong.
unaffable. He's perfectly. He's just the right amount of non-affable.
No, he needs to be super strong and super brazen. And like
He is.
No, he's not. He's a
He's
wimp.
fine.
Oh,
He's a
Jason
wimp.
Momoa. Jason Momoa would make the perfect. Like that would be him, right?
That
Yes.
no, Keanu fits this so well.
Keanu fits this
No!
great.
Yes, it's
Great.
great. He's just like, oh, I'm
Okay.
emo and like
As
I'm not into
women-
anything.
As women, we feel like he would save us. We don't feel like he would hurt us.
Well, that's a problem, all right?
So, like,
we got to read some
this
more
is-
cautionary tales. Watch some more Much
maybe
Ado.
we watch The Matrix too much. I don't know. I literally,
Hey, I watch
can
The
I tell
Matrix
you?
as much as anybody.
Can I tell you? I literally watched The Matrix one day before watching this movie. My daughter watched The
Good.
Matrix for the first time,
Good.
and I just watched. I was like, no, stop! He's the villain. Get out of here.
But, like, also, is he really the villain? I mean, he didn't.
Yes.
Like he set up a
say
little
he's
play.
the
He set
villain.
up a little he set up a distraction. He didn't make those guys react the way that they did.
That's true. He just told his henchmen to
told
do
them to
things.
react that way.
He told, yeah.
No, like
Well, actually, technically,
yeah.
he asked the
stand by.
henchman what he could do. The henchman told
Play
him what
is
he could
showing us
do.
people's true colors based on what they think is truth. All he did was he kind of dangled.
And then
a
he
false
literally
truth.
ran
And he
away
leaves.
like Rumpelstiltskin into the sunset,
No, yeah.
clicking his heels, going, "Yeah, I've done it."
He also verbalized his intentions multiple times about how anything that like his brother's displeasure is like
Yes,
his pleasure.
I'll do anything
Is like
to
his
make
goal.
him
Teach
sad
him.
while he's alive.
Yeah, like that's his sole purpose for
And he
existence.
literally said, "I will be a villain." He said it. I will be a villain.
Yeah.
I mean, Iago said that too. Apparently, when Iago says it, English teachers are like, "Yeah, it's great." It doesn't work so well though in this one. I feel like he's kind of two-dimensionally written. He's just here. I am.
Sure. Yeah, he's simple.
He's just an instigator.
Yeah, yeah.
There's
I
no
know-
other mechanism for this character.
Yeah.
I know what's wrong. It's because Keanu is acting this villain for film when it was written for the stage, and they
Yeah.
actually cut a lot of Don John's stuff out. That like,
Oh, okay.
yeah,
Don
Like-
John also sounds like a porn name. Can we all be honest?
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's
Yeah.
like I'm like, can we just give
Fine.
him a little bit like different name?
yeah.
Porn stars are kind of villains, aren't they? They kind of represent
No.
No.
the degradation of no.
No.
Okay. Hey.
Are you
Hey, no.
hating? Are you below?
No, I don't hate. I don't hate. No, I'm just-
Sounds like you're hating.
No, hey, I like the taboo, right? That's my kink. I like to pretend like what I'm doing is a little bit.
Nobody asked about your cake, Alex.
Well, indirectly, you kind of did there. That's
No,
all. That's all I'm saying.
Anyway, Vince is chiming in. Vince hates
Yeah.
Keanu Reeves. Apparently, when Vince was a kid, Vince had a lemonade stand, and one day Keanu showed up, drank his
That's
lemonade, left, and never paid.
True.
What?
Dude.
This is a
That's not
meme.
real.
This is a
Everybody
meme.
screenshot that. That is scandalous.
That's
Yeah. Oh,
not
and
real.
also-
Stop spreading rumors.
Go back a little. He's being very Don Johnny, some might say. Vince also would like to propose 4 weeks of movies about Scottish kings: Macbeth, Outlaw King, Braveheart. and
Brave.
Blessing of
No,
Scotland.
just Brave.
Just Brave.
Regular
Just
Brave.
Brave.
Can we have
Just Brave.
Brave? I want to do Brave.
After watching Johnny, I want what?
Johnny Mnemonic. You never seen Johnny Mnemonic?
I've never
What's-
heard of this.
What's a Johnny?
I've heard of it. It's a Keanu Reeves movie.
Oh my God, Yoda! We have to educate the children. Johnny Mnemonic is one of the first Keanu Reeves films, and it's amazing. It's like The Matrix before The Matrix. Like then, because of Johnny Mnemonic, they asked him to do The Matrix, and it's like the best movie. It's so good.
Is that canon?
Yoda said it made him want his manunny.
Mnemonic, Matt? Mnemonic.
The money back.
Manani.
No, it just means no.
So Johnny Mnemonic is like if you took The Matrix and Fifth Element and mashed them together.
That's
And a little bit of Spawn sprinkled
Maybe.
in there.
I
Yeah.
think there's no way that movie's that good, but
It's so good.
it's-
Oh, you know my taste in movies. Go watch Mars Attacks.
Not Mars
as
Attack.
if that's bad, as if that's not an incredible pick.
It's
For a
it's
good
bad.
movie.
Mars Attacks is bad.
Mars Attacks
Mars
is great.
Attacks.
All right. Vindicated. That's how I feel. All right.
Also, wordplay. Kink. There we go.
I loved your spit take. That was great.
Oh my gosh. One thing I want to do a go around is who would you cast as your Benedict and Beatrice in a movie right now, or a movie made in any era? You can pick a pairing at any point in their careers, in their ages. It doesn't have to be people as they are now.
Oh,
Like, who would your Benedict and Beatrice be if you were to make a film?
I want
I got
Johnny
it.
Depp and Winona Ryder.
I got it.
Oh,
Any era, not just today. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
no,
We got
early
Johnny
90s.
Depp and
I'm thinking
Winona.
early 90s,
Lisa?
early 90s Johnny Depp, Winona Ryder.
I'm
Not right now,
queerifying
not
it,
right now.
guys.
You're
I'm queerifying it. It's Benedict would be Kate Blanchett.
Good.
Beatrice, Kate Winslet. Have at it.
I thought for sure you were gonna say what's her face from Twilight. You're
Kristen
so
Stewart?
Kristen
Kristen
Stewart?
yeah.
No. I mean, I think she could be an interesting Benedict. Yeah.
I feel like I would want to swap them.
I
I'd
don't
want
like
Kate to be Benedict, and I want oh well, they're both Kate. I'd want Blanchett to be Beatrice and Winslet to be Benedict. Maybe.
Yeah,
No?
no. We've watched Tar, guys.
Oh, that's true.
She's a perfect Benedict.
She could do it all. She can do it all. Alex?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I don't know. For some reason, that's the thing. I don't have a good pick for Beatrice. Like Anne Hathaway's popping in my head, but I don't think she'd be good. I don't think she's a good type for it. But maybe. But
She could be.
she's too. I don't
For
know.
some reason,
Ingenue.
like Anne
Oh,
Hathaway. Oh, go for it.
Meryl Streep,
Oh,
obviously.
Are you gonna
Yeah.
age? You're gonna ageify it? Okay.
I mean, no, young
it could
Meryl
be
Streep.
70 it
Oh,
could be
younger
70s.
Meryl.
But I mean, I don't really
70s,
care.
okay.
I'll take current Meryl Streep. We can do a
What,
senior
Meryl
Benedict
Streep and Martin Short.
Oh,
No, I don't want to put Martin Short.
God!
Give me your
I want
pick.
them at this age. Do it.
At this age, not younger. This age.
I'm sorry. Can I get Martin Short in the Michael Keaton role? I just feel like that would be so good.
I feel like Brian Blessed was not enough. There's not
one was
enough
Brian
Brian Blessed in
Blessed?
this movie.
Which one
Who's
was
that?
Brian Blessed?
The Mars Attacks.
In this movie, though, who was he?
The bigger peasant guy from the village, the guy who kisses Hero's head in that one scene.
Is he the one that
comforts her
pretends to
when
be?
she's
Oh,
dead.
yeah.
He's the deep
Yeah,
voiced
he's-
British man. I can't even do a Brian Blessed voice.
Yeah, no, I know. the sexton.
No, not
Right?
the sexton.
That's who
Not
they-
the sexton. No. He's
No?
the guy. He was at the very beginning of the movie. He's like when Emma's doing her poem or Hey Nani Nani. He's lying there on the grass. He's just a
Oh,
bigger
right.
guy with a
Yeah.
beard and he's like laughing and frolicking. And then he has when she's dead and she's hidden away in whatever room she's hidden away when nobody knows she's alive or whatever. He's in her room with her and there's the scene.
Yeah, okay, that's who.
And
I
that's my very
understand
point
what-
is that they didn't use him enough in the movie, so I can't give you many examples of when he appeared.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, yeah, he was the guy when the father, after like the father said, "I'm going
He's
to kill
the
you,"
fake-
whatever.
Fake uncle of the fake hero.
Sure, yeah, probably fake uncle of fake hero. Yeah, he was the guy who was
Yeah.
with them, who was
Yeah,
with the
yeah.
father rather. Anyway, Brian Bless.
Yeah, Brian
Love
Bless. The pick that I've had in my head for years is John Lithgow and Jane Curtin, just because of Third Rock from the Sun.
Ooh,
How much I
Oh.
love
John
that.
Lithgow.
John
would be
Lithgow,
great.
sorry. Yeah,
Would be
because
great.
they're hilarious
Anything he
together, and
does, I
it
love
feels
it.
like a very John Lithgow aligned role. Benedict.
Is it Lithgow or Lithgow?
I don't know. Usually when
Can
Alex
we-
corrects me, I assume he's right. Begrudgingly.
Can we
Good.
put Chris Pratt in the Denzel Washington role? I feel like he'd be a
Why?
good friend.
No,
I
Chris
feel like
Pratt-
he'd
No,
make a good
I don't like Chris
friend.
Pratt in anything except for
I
Guardians of
don't
the
like
Galaxy.
Chris Pratt.
No.
And he's okay in Parks and
Why
Rec.
am I the only person that likes him anymore? This is so sad.
Give me Guardians 4 and I'll like him in that, but I don't
I'm not
like him in anything else.
I'm not-
Yeah, no, Chris Pratt at the very best in my production would be Keanu's role. He would just show up. do
Okay,
something
I
about it.
can't read him as a villain though, like ever.
Actually, no, Chris Pratt would be my Claudio.
Okay, but I can't. Again, he's too violent. Like I can't see him being violent towards a woman. Like I just can't. I don't know.
I feel like he's got some edge. Some like non-likable edge. He's likable and very not likable, and to me, that's what Claudio should be. Claudio should kind of seem likable, but also
I don't think
just kept
Claudio should be
thinking-
unlikable, save for his actions. I don't think he
I
has
just
a
kept
character.
I just kept thinking Claudio was going to kill himself. That's all.
Jesus.
I
Yeah.
have no sympathy for Claudio.
No,
Why?
Dead Poet Society.
Oh, right, Dead Poet Society, yeah.
That's
Oh,
all.
Ethan Hawke would have been so good as Claudio in this.
Call back.
Imagine if
that's
it was
all.
Ethan. Oh, Ethan would have been great.
I don't approve.
Of my Claudio slander?
Yeah, I don't approve.
I don't
No?
like the guy. I
No,
don't like the guy. I didn't like
Brian
him.
Sean Leonard is a staple in my mind, and I
Oh,
will not.
Oh, you mean this specific Claudio or
Yeah.
like Claudio on paper?
No, the actor.
No, he
Yeah.
just likes the actor. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
okay.
mean, Claudio in general is an obnoxious character. I can't.
he's not obnoxious. What's obnoxious about Claudio?
He's entirely obnoxious.
He freaks
He's not
out
entirely
at the
obnoxious. He what?
He pushes hero. He freaks out at
And
the
because
end.
he genuinely pushes her because he genuinely
No,
believes he's been betrayed in the context of his society, of his
can't
culture.
That's not good.
No one should be
can't
pushing
even-
No one's
anybody.
pushing
Of course,
anyone.
nobody should be.
No.
That's like saying nobody should ever kill anybody. That's not what the movie's about. It's about the reality of that culture, of that
But
context.
he
In
starts
his
the
mind,
whole-
he's justified. I'm not saying it's right in the grand moral scheme. I'm saying I think he should do it. I'm just
he
saying
starts
I
the
understand
whole
his reasons.
movie- He starts the whole movie being like, I can't even go tell this girl that I like her.
I know, what a
I need you
dweeb.
to go tell her that I like her. And
That's
then I
not
need
really
you to
what he
bring her to
says.
me.
Kind of.
And then
He's
I'm gonna
pining.
and then I'm gonna get super upset before you even bring her to me. And then you're gonna have
Because-
to calm me down. And then I need you to
Because
pretend
Don
you're dead
won.
to make my day better. Like, get out
Anyway,
of here, dude.
I don't think he's a particularly obnoxious character. I'll grant you that he's a bit piney, and maybe that can be misinterpreted as whiny at the beginning. But I think everything else follows logically and reasonably.
Yeah, well,
know.
I guess I wouldn't say obnoxious. I just don't like him morally.
Sure.
And I don't like that he kind of gets away unscathed at the end of the play. And
Sure,
like,
I would just
Exactly.
Yeah, but in the context of the play, his character never like it's written in the dialogue, right? He says, "My only sin was," I forget the actual quote, but both him and the prince say, but he starts to say like, "The one sin I've committed was effectively I was like I was tricked or whatever.
yeah, he's
you know,
deflecting the
whatever.
blame. It's not cool. Like you can
Sure,
deflect
but
it-
in
it-
principle, it's
I
not
don't
like
know,
it's
if you think your fiance is cheating on you, you address that behind the scenes, not at the altar, and
not in that society, not in the context of the
Also,
play.
when they tell him that she died, he doesn't really.
doesn't
he's
care.
just like he does a soap
Yes.
opera like.
We watched Natasha Pierre. That it's the same thing. It's read War and Peace. Read the myriad of millions of
Are
books
we
that have been
talking
written.
about War and
We're
Peace?
talking
We're
about
not
something that
talking
every
about War
other.
and Peace.
It makes sense that he wouldn't care because in that culture,
Yeah.
the woman that has died has committed the most horrible moral sin that a
Right.
woman could commit. So basically,
But
you're
then-
telling him,
But
"Hey,
then
this
later,
woman." Yeah.
But then later in the film, don't ask me to be super thrilled when they
What?
get married.
No, don't be
Make
super
that
thrilled.
scene. Make that scene solemn. Like, oh my god, I can't believe she's getting married to this guy.
And that's a Kenneth Branagh criticism, I'd say, right? That's a directing criticism, if you will, right?
You
But
got
in the
good
context,
Jeanette. Okay.
huh?
Oh!
Who is this?
Is
It's
that a
a
new cat? It's a
pillow.
birthday cat? What's going on?
Who is this?
Sorry, my daughter brought my cat in here.
Who is it? What's
This
their
is
name?
Marshmallow.
Hi, Marshmallow.
Marshmallow, you're beautiful. Oh, I
She
love
said
you.
Sparkles is too fat to be carried downstairs.
Poor Sparkle.
Alex, get your cat. Alex, get your
Sparkles
cat.
I can't get my cat.
Yeah, I know.
She-
I mean, yeah. I won't get my cat.
Oh my god, so precious. I like that
Yeah.
Marshmallow is a little bit burnt.
Yay! Yes, she's a burnt marshmallow.
Hold on. I have to edit my headline. Hashtag I love.
We love Marshmallow.
Oh, we love
What do you spell-
marshmallow.
Is it marshmallow? MELLOW or MALLOW?
She's just
How do you
right.
spell marshmallow?
Holy
It's either
moly.
one. She's mellow and she's mallow.
Mallow, mellow.
And she's melatonin, as my daughter said.
That's adorable.
So cute.
Oh, we have some more picks for Benedict and Beatrice. Patrick
Patrick
Stewart.
Oh My God.
Who's Gates McFadden?
Oh my God. Oh, Dr. Crusher.
Oh, Dr. Crusher.
They would kill it,
Ooh,
Vince.
look at
Vince, they would
Lisa's about to
kill
lose
it.
her mind. Yeah, no, Dr.
They would
Crusher,
kill it.
yeah.
I am obsessed with both of these. I only watch Star Trek, not because I love Vince, but because of Patrick Stewart and Gates McFadden. Oh my God, I'm obsessed. Yes.
Oh, imagine Much Ado About Nothing in space.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah,
I mean,
you
I feel
could.
like
yeah,
it's
can we
never
do
been done,
that?
because it shouldn't.
That's amazing.
Isn't there? Didn't they just release this like new rom com?
Anyone But You?
Yeah, it was with Sydney Sweeney. Did anybody see that?
I
Is it
did
in
not.
space?
I wanted to, but then I read kind of basic plot points, and they're billing it as a modern adaptation of Much Ado About Nothing, but seemingly it's not. Outside of them having names that are kind of aligned to Benedict and Beatrice, and them not liking each other, and then learning to like each other. But it's not. I don't think
mean,
it's like a 10 Things I Hate About You
That's
situation.
a big
where,
thing
like,
about that play.
beat for beat. Yeah, but like there's no Claudio hero thing. There's no wedding.
There's a Claudia character
Is there? Hold on, I
Yeah.
need to investigate.
and Margaret. There's a Margaret.
Claudia and Hero.
Hera?
No.
There's
Claudio is Claudia, so Hero must become Hero.
Jonathan, unless they queerified it. I don't know. Haley. There's
I
Haley.
guess.
Um, don't know.
Hero.
Well, actually, no. Maybe it sounds like
I'll watch it. But I'm not interested. You know.
Actually, no. It might have a few more connections than I thought. Yeah, no. I'll see it. I'll see it.
You watch it.
Yeah. Still, though, like 10 Things I Hate About You is my gold standard for let's modernize a Shakespeare play.
Yeah, no, for real. I'm glad to know that at this point in my life that's true from people who actually like Shakespeare, because I grew up thinking like I can never tell people that this is the only Shakespeare I know. It's this movie.
Oh yeah, no. It's
That
so
and the
fun.
Leonardo DiCaprio Romeo and Juliet.
Again, a solid choice. A solid choice.
Right.
Apparently, Gates McFadden is a top-notch actor, classically trained in
Auguste.
Auguste. I was gonna say, how do you pronounce that? Auguste.
Auguste clown.
What is the variety of Auguste clown? I don't think I have encountered.
Octopus.
Octopus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Octopus clown.
Really?
Yeah.
Are
Yeah.
the tentacles here or around the waist?
Around each of your joints. So you got
What?
and joints here,
Ooh.
joints here.
Every joint.
Every joint.
Every
Nice.
joint.
Octopus?
You're an
Okay.
octopus clown.
Nice. I only studied Richard Pachenko style clown.
What's
which
Pachenko clown?
Pachenko clown? Can't even remember. Really, the whole idea had to do with like finding your truest, most vulnerable state, and then kind of finding the humor within that and amplifying things to certain levels. Yeah,
It sounds like a pasta.
Pachenko, a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. Yeah.
Or like a friend of Roman Polanski that he like is hiding
Oh
away
boy,
with.
not Roman Polanski.
Polanski,
second week in a row
Pachenko, I don't know. It
Maybe
just
it's the Roman Polanski.
we have. I think that's where I think.
Yeah, but my clown's name was Winston. I remember that. His name was Winston Longway, and he is a visual artist who specializes in cat portraits. That was my clown character that I found in acting school. Yeah. I painted
my clown, we did, I don't know what we did. What is it? The French guy?
that might be Pachenko.
No, it wasn't Pachenko. It was
No, Grotowski.
Lecoq. Lecoq clown.
What is that?
Lots of cocks. No, I don't
And
know.
by that she means roosters.
No, yeah, sure. No, I don't know what it's been so long. I've been out of theater school for like 10 years. But all I remember, my clown was obsessed with the color green.
Nice.
And like I had journeys with pretending I was the color green. So I don't know what that's about.
Oh yeah, we had to embody colors and come up with an action for each color that
Yeah.
resonated with us.
Yeah, it was a combination of like neutral mask.
Yeah.
I feel like that's like theater people assuming that everyone's neurodivergent. Like Identify an action with this color. Like,
You know what?
yeah, everybody does that.
I feel like you're not wrong.
100%, 100 out of 100 theater people might be a little bit neurospicy. That's yeah.
I just say, like, I'm like, yeah, I get that, but then, like, as I grow older, I realize not everyone thinks like, maybe not.
No.
It's a way of weeding the ones out that aren't going to work.
I had so many like problems in clown class because I couldn't, I guess, let go of thinking the way that apparently you need to for clown. We did this exercise that still frustrates me. This is off topic, but whatever. We did this exercise about trusting your instincts where we were in this massive studio. All of us, like the class, the 12 of us just sat at the end of one back wall, and one at a time, we had to go up blindfolded, and like our teacher hid a water bottle somewhere in this massive space, and we had to use our instincts to find it. We had to trust ourselves and our like ourselves existing in the space to gravitate towards the water bottle. And I was the only one who couldn't do it. They were like, "We could tell, Matt, you're overthinking this."
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You want me to engage in ESP and just know where the bleep this water bottle is in this room? Anyway.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh boy.
Oh my god! What? Andrada was trained by Mump and Smoot? That's the teacher. That's the teacher that made me do the water bottle thing I just complained about.
Oh wow.
I take it back. I take it all back. Never mind. Okay. Who's ready for the game?
I'm ready.
Yay, game time!
Game.
Game. Okay. I've been struggling with how to like what way to do this game. I thought about either charades or the in other words game where you just express the thing I show you in any words other than the ones that are there. But I think I'm even going to open it up even more. Basically, one at a time, I'm going to give you a Shakespeare play and you have to get everyone else to guess it. But instead of saying do it with charades or do it with in other words, I'm just going to open it up and say, do whatever you need to do to make people guess the title of the play without using any of the words in the title of the play. Like,
Okay.
charade, you can describe it by a plot. You can find synonyms. So, like, if I put up Romeo and Juliet, you just have to get everyone else to say Romeo and Juliet without using the names Romeo and Juliet. You could say,
okay.
Did you use the word and?
Nope, you can't use and.
No.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel like that'll make this both more entertaining and also a little.
Oh, you said and.
Yeah, sorry, you're right. No, but I'm not playing right now. I'm not
Oh,
playing.
okay.
Yeah.
And just to keep things fun and spicy, this isn't a write it down situation. It's if you know it, shout it out. Whoever shouts it out first gets the point.
Great. Awesome.
So what about the person like communicating the title? Did they get points if somebody gets their thing?
No.
Or? Okay. You just get points by guessing the other person's thing correctly. That's when we get points. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, here we go. So we'll go clockwise, starting with Alex. So if everyone who's not Alex would please close their eyes. Alex, I will give you the title of a Shakespeare play that you must communicate without using the words of the Shakespeare play. Are you ready?
Yeah. What?
Do you see your play? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone, we may now look. If you know it, shout it out as soon as he goes.
Ancient Roman Emperor.
Julius Caesar.
Julius Caesar.
Yes, Lisa gets a point. There we go.
Yes.
Oh, this game might go faster than I thought. Okay, next. Jeanette, it's your turn. Look away if you're not Jeanette. I really just wanted to have an excuse to get Alex to do this thing again.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, we can look now.
Oh, petulant children at war. People with names that sound historic, but we don't know who
Titus
they are.
Andronicus.
No. War. War. Lots
There's
of
so many wars.
War.
And like there's
Petulant.
yeah, just really
King
immature
Lear?
people. No, really immature people at war.
This is relating to the title, I'm assuming.
I can't think about anything else because I don't know anything else about this.
Henry V,
thing.
Part 2.
I saw it recently.
Coriolanus.
Yes, Lisa, you got it. Well, see, Jeanette, I thought you'd do something funny with the word anus.
No, I don't know. I was just boring. I don't even know what to say.
No, not boring, engaging. It's hilarious. It's like, hey, I'm going to go to war. And then the mom's like, don't do it. And he's like, okay, mommy, sorry. Yes, mommy. No, mommy.
boring.
No, so good. We love it.
Mm.
We love it. Lisa, it's your turn. Look away if you're not Lisa.
Okay, oh god, I'm nervous. Okay. Oh my god, I don't wait, hold on. I don't know.
Did you see? Do you need to see the title again?
Yeah, can
Just
I
do a rhyme. Just rhyme it.
Oh my god, you guys are never gonna guess this.
If you rhyme it, I might.
You can
Okay,
look now.
okay, ready? Everything concludes. Everything
That's
concludes.
all, folks.
All's well that ends well?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we're back to Alex. We're back to
All right.
Alex.
Okay.
I believe in you. Okay, we can look now.
It's a funny event where things go wrong.
Comedy of errors.
Yes. All
What
right.
did you even say? I didn't even hear that.
I said it's a funny event where
No,
things
not
go.
you, Lisa. What was the answer?
Comedy of errors.
Comedy of
The
errors.
comedy of errors,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's a good one. I like that one.
Literally never heard of that. Okay.
Oh yeah, it's got
Twins.
twins twice.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you ever seen Big Business with Bette Midler and Lily Tomlin? Oh,
No, but that sounds amazing.
that's Comedy of
I
Errors.
love Lily Tomlin. Oh,
Yeah, the
Wow.
concept is that, like, at least in Big Business, there are two sets of twins that are exchanged at birth. So they grow up thinking they're fraternal twins. And then as adults, they like go to a conference or something and they're in the same hotel over the weekend and like paths cross and hilarity ensues.
They're in the same hotel.
I think it's the same hotel. Yeah.
Oh my god. At a conference? It
I
feels
think
like I
so.
stole that for my play.
I might be wrong. Maybe you came up with that.
Yeah, I did.
It's Jeanette's turn. Look away if you're not
Okay.
Jeanette. I wish you could see Jeanette's reaction. You can look now.
I wish so.
Okay.
You ready?
If you were enamored with someone and then
Left Labor Lost.
yeah, cool, awesome.
Well done, Lisa.
This is so
Way
funny.
to go! I was trying to think about a way to be like being in labor and but not talk about losing something. That's weird. Yeah.
It's Lisa's turn. All look away if you're not Lisa.
Oh no, okay. I'm so nervous.
You can look now.
Viola.
That's not 12th Night, is it? 12th Night? Okay.
You
Well,
got a
it's
point,
not-
Alex.
All right.
What is 12th night? Because it sounds like something we should celebrate during Mardi Gras, but like,
It is
That's
actually, I
not-
think, about that event.
is it a thing? Okay, I was
Is
like, this
it?
sounds like a Mardi Gras thing.
It has the title really has nothing to do with the actions of the play. I think it's just when it's set, even though the time of year doesn't have any bearing. But
Okay.
it's about,
I was like, this sounds familiar, but like not at the same time.
it also has twins, so it has a boy twin and a girl twin, and like they know each other. They grew up together. It's all good. It's all well. That ends well, and then they get into a shipwreck at the beginning of the play, and they're separated. And then the girl twin is like, "Well, my brother's dead, and I'm stranded here, so I'm going to pretend to be a guy so I can get a job, and I'll just take on my brother's personality." But then, lo and behold, the brother didn't die. He ends up on the same island, and then people think that he is her, and people fall in love, and it's delightful. There's
Oh,
Yellowstone.
I like that. We should do that.
Yeah, it's great. I love 12th Night.
Where's that movie?
There is a movie, and actually Helena Bonham Carter's in it.
Oh,
There's
lovely.
also She's the Man.
Oh yeah, she's the man.
An
It's 12th Night.
adaptation
Oh.
with Amanda Bynes.
Yeah, I don't like that movie.
I thought you liked it, or Aaron likes it.
Aaron likes that movie a lot.
Okay, why?
I don't know. I don't care for it.
Okay.
Okay, whose turn is it? Alex?
Not me, not Lisa. It's Alex, I
Is it
think.
I
Alex?
think it's Alex.
Yeah, it's probably.
Yeah,
Alex.
I did
Alex.
12th
Oh, wait,
Night.
you're not Alex. Okay,
Okay.
you can look now.
To be or not to be.
Hamlet.
Maybe if I get another chance, I'm gonna try not to give so obvious a hint, so that maybe Jeanette can get a peek.
I should have gotten it, but I can't say it as quick as Lisa.
This is hilarious.
I feel like I heard Jeanette say it first.
No. No.
Wink, wink, nud, nud.
No, Jeanette's still sitting here going, "Is that Macbeth or Hamlet?" Yeah, might be Othello. Who knows?
Oh my god.
Jeanette's turn. Look away, Jeanette. We can look now.
King Lear.
That's come.
That's amazing.
Whatever.
I love this game. Holy shit.
Okay.
It's Lisa's turn.
Okay.
No, Lisa.
Oh no.
I feel like you could probably just say one word and they get it.
Okay, yeah, like Rome and Egypt. Oh, Rome, Egypt.
Oh, Cleopatra.
Yeah.
Or what is it called? It's not called. Is it
Antony and Cleopatra?
Yes!
Antony.
Jeanette gets it.
Jeanette gets a
I couldn't know
point.
what order it was in.
Yes. I'd like to direct everyone to my Antony and Cleopatra inspired shirt. Now in my Etsy store, it says "Dear Antony, Cleopatra's version." Like Taylor Swift.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Oh god.
Okay, it's Alex's turn. Look away. Alex.
What?
Oh,
We can look now.
okay. Titans androids.
Titus Andronicus.
How
Yeah.
dare you?
I dare. I haven't read it. I haven't seen it. I've only heard it occasionally.
That's
So I
okay.
went there.
That's great.
Okay. It's Jeanette's turn. Hold on. That was technically the last one, but this game is fun, so I'm
Oh no.
Okay, hold on, I have to type. There we go. Just a second. Okay, we can look now.
Various cryptoids getting it on with humans.
What the fuck? Mary
Oh, Midsummer Night's Dream?
Yes!
What?
I don't know. I just
Cryptoids?
envisioned.
I don't know. Everybody's either a centaur, or they got a thing on their head, or they're a fairy, or they're a like.
I just
all know
envisioned
is
some kind of
everybody
weird
is a
orgy.
Centaur or a fairy, and they're in a garden, and there's sexy lighting, and everybody's in weird Greek clothing. Yeah, that's what I know.
Not in our production.
Not in
but-
our production.
Yeah, that's what I know.
When we do the remount, Alex, we have to like
You gotta
more-
just
more-
do that
Definitely.
again.
Remounting, there's remounting going on.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
It's so funny.
Okay. Lisa's turn. Look away
Okay.
if you're not Lisa. Okay. Hold on. There we go. We can look.
Out damn
Yeah, we can
spot.
look.
Out damn spot.
I know what it is.
Damn
I know what it is.
spot.
then
I'm
say it.
letting Jeanette. Well, I'm letting Jeanette have a
I
chance.
don't know. All I
I'm
can
letting
think of
Lisa
is
give you
Pirates of the
something
Caribbean.
else.
No, I'm not getting something else.
All right, Macbeth.
There you go.
What? I didn't hear it. From
Just give it to Alex.
Macbeth.
Why are we pandering to Jeanette?
We're not pandering.
Yeah, no, don't. Yeah, I'm like, I don't know Shakespeare.
We're not- I'm not-
It's okay.
Yeah, no, it is okay. It is okay. No, you know.
okay. So these are the points. Hold on.
Give me some Eli Roth movies. I'll spit them out to you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
there you go.
All
Whatever.
right. Jeanette has 1. Alex has 4, and Lisa has 7. How many points would we like to wager for the bonus round?
6.
6. Okay.
This was my all of them motion.
All of them. Okay. Okay. Alex.
2.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. Hold
How
on.
many did you have, Alex?
4.
4.
Talk amongst yourselves for a quick second while I pull up the bonus question.
Okay.
Okay, give me some Eli Roth movies, Jeanette. Since you're so eager, let's go.
Cabin Fever, Rotten Fruit.
Okay.
Acting wise, Inglorious Bastards.
Okay,
Hostel,
okay,
These.
okay.
Hostel, and
I'll take
Hostel
it.
2.
Well, okay, okay.
Yeah, well, obviously, duh.
Okay.
And Green Inferno and Knock Knock. Yeah, I think that's where we're at.
Okay, that's a
this
good.
point in history.
That's a good number. All right, 7. You know, that's okay. You're tied with Lisa there. Okay, cool.
It's not competition, but it is.
But it is, you know.
It's okay, Lisa.
Right.
No, it's okay. I don't know. It's all right. I don't know my Shakespeare. I know titles of Shakespeare. I don't
That's why the
know
rhyming game.
So this would be
stories.
the rhyming game would have been fun, actually. Maybe
Yeah.
next week we'll see. So same as our bonus round last week, I'm going to give you a quote, which is from one of the plays that we play that were named in like this game. So
okay.
that is your clue. You just have to tell me which play it is, and you all get to like write it down or like walk in a guess. So this isn't first person who answers, but yeah, here we go. Anger's
what
my
are-
meat.
And
Okay.
we're guessing a title?
Yeah,
I got it.
it's one of these
Okay.
plays that was part of this game. Which
I got it.
play? In
I
which
figured
play
it
does
out.
someone say "Anger's my meat"?
I've got it. I know what it is. 100%. 100%. Just joking. I don't know what it is, but I have an answer.
Okay, well, let's start with Alex.
Titus Andronicus. It's,
Okay.
yeah, Titus Andronicus. It's got to be.
Jeanette?
I guess I'm going to go with Titus.
Okay.
I only know this because Vince kept telling me this the other night. I didn't watch the movie, but Coriolanus.
It is Coriolanus.
That's hilarious.
He kept whispering it in my ear.
It's a great line.
It's my-
Anger is my meat. No, he wasn't.
I was pretty sure it was from something I hadn't seen or read.
Ah.
Shakespeare couldn't stop talking about his meat. There we go.
Yeah,
Everything
yes,
was his
thank
meat.
you, Yoda. Yes, you're right. Thank you,
Anger is
James.
my meat.
I've left out the most dire of Eli Roth films.
Oh, that okay. I thought he was talking about
Yes,
angry
it
meat.
is the newest
Thanksgiving.
one.
Okay.
No, yeah, no, this is the newest one. I have not added it to my mental note.
Oh, and also, sorry, Vince. You're right. We don't pander to you. We should. We will. We will when you come back.
No,
we won't. We won't.
No pandering. I mean, no pandering.
no pandering in this house.
Okay.
I'll take some pandering
No.
in future games. I'll
Alex
take the
needs
pandering.
No pandering.
No. I don't need it, but I'll take it.
He'll take it though. It's not, yeah. All right. Well, there we go, everyone. That was Much Ado About Nothing. Quick go around. Favorite thing about this movie or this play, from this viewing, or just if it was your first exposure to it, the viewing. For me, it was increased appreciation for Benedict as a character, and I guess Kenneth Branagh's performance, because I'm still not sold on him as a director for Shakespeare. I love his non-Shakespeare movies, but yeah, like I'm pro Kenny after this movie for this. Alex.
My favorite thing about this film, I just thought it was thoroughly engaging throughout. So probably that relates to like the direction, that just like slash the, whatever, the production design, like the whole, whoever was responsible for the final edit and cut and all the kind of stuff, the way it all kind of coalesced together. That's my favorite thing. I'm going to do a shout out.
Do it.
To possibly my favorite line, which is, well, it's in the context though. So in this, it's in the scene where Kenneth Branagh as Benedict is like talking to himself about, he just found out that what's her face loves him, and he's like, going through this whole like discourse to himself about like, I guess people will think like, like people might criticize me because I talk so such crap about marriage, and he has this line, "The world must be peopled." And I think that's a very funny line in context. There is, it's like, that's as though that's like, what? At the end of the day, the world needs more people.
Yeah.
There is a funny line from Beatrice's side, which is, it's just funnily written, which is, I believe it. So she's talking about him loving her, and if she believes it or not. And then at the very end of her little soliloquy dialogue, she ends it with, "I believe it better than reportedly. And it's just, I believe it more than I've heard it being spoken of by these. Anyway, I think that's a
I only had to
funny
hear it once to believe it, like I'd heard it 1,000 times.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Feeds
Yeah.
into more of that high
Yeah.
school thing.
But it's just
I
just
love that.
such a weird wording of it, and like she exclaims it in that way. I'm like, that's a weird line to exclaim at the end of your happy little thing. But
Reportedly.
yeah.
Jeanette, how about you?
So, like I said, Michael Keaton is probably like even past Beatrice and Benedict. Like I do love, like I don't like a lot of romantic comedies. I did love that. I wish the whole movie was like I told Matt this earlier. I wish the whole movie was either characters supporting their relationship or shut up and go away. Like I just want a Beatrice and Benedict movie. But I did like Michael Keaton's character in relation to the hero storyline. It was very Beetlejuice-esque, but at the same time, it was different. It was this weird dullard. And they kept calling him like cunning, but like dumb at the same time.
Oh yeah.
And like, I was like, I don't understand like what, I don't know. I just loved him. And so my favorite part was the part after he got called an ass where he kept telling everyone, I just want to make sure you know I am an ass. And that just made this whole movie for me because I kept waiting for the Michael Keaton parts. I was like, these are funny and all. And then we got to that and he kept reminding everyone that he was an ass. And I do appreciate the riding away on the invisible horse. I love that.
Yeah.
I'll take this opportunity to again plug the 2012 Much Ado because that role is played by Nathan Fillion and it's hilarious when.
Oh wow.
Oh, he is. Yeah, I could see him being very.
It's very
good at
deadpan.
that.
He's like, he called me ass. He called me ass.
Yeah, I could see him being that.
Yeah. Lisa, how about you?
Beatrice's Emma Thompson's hair, corset, flip-flops. Well, not flip-flops, the sandals. Just her eyes, her mouth, her nose, her sunburnt skin.
So, Lisa, you'll appreciate this. My daughter said, I thought that was a man, but I thought it was a very pretty man. That was what my daughter said about Emma Thompson.
I don't know that I see that, but
I don't see that.
I was like, really? And I could see like the cut jawbone and like she doesn't have very ample bosom. You know, she has a very petite bosom. And she even said, she did say, she goes, why is her chest so small? And she has them, and
it's perfectly fine.
She said, why is her chest so small? And she has it in that weird bra. Because she doesn't know what a corset is. So she goes, what is that?
Oh my God. You need to educate your child.
So I did. I was like, well, all ladies had to wear, you know. But she did say, she goes, I thought that was I was like,
a very pretty man.
Very pretty man.
And I was like, yes. So yeah, I did like that Emma Thompson was this very strong character in this like
but also
lovely.
Just like she's so like I think this is like peak Emma Thompson. Like, oh, I don't know, like the hair, just like I don't know if she just like sat in the sun for like a week before shooting. Like she just looks effervescent.
She does look like she's been in Italy.
Yeah, it looks like she's been in Italy. Yeah. Oh, and that moment where like they're like looking at each other's notes and they're like being all cute at the end of like, oh, you wrote that about me. Like that was really cute.
Yeah, agreed. This movie actually made me reflect upon. I think Emma Thompson might be one of my favorite actors that's around right now. I always take for granted how good she is because she's just always so effortlessly good. But
do you know that she is the only woman, I think, or the only person to have won a Best Actor Oscar and a Best Screenwriter's Oscar?
What did she? Do you know what she won the screenwriter for?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
Actually, it was for Howard's End, and then for I don't know what it was.
Calculating.
I vote Sense and Sensibility.
Sense and Sensibility, I think. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That makes sense, right?
Yeah.
Right. That's
so.
Right.
Yeah.
Writing, career, acting credits, and accolades. Academy Award for Sense and Sensibility.
Woot. I haven't seen it for whatever reason.
It's great.
That's the thing I just know. So there we are. All right. Well, is that time, friends? Tell everyone all the things that you want them to know about you. Let's start with Jeanette.
Hello. So, I'm Jeanette. You can find me here on Wednesdays. And I'm very excited for this whole month because it's all new movies for me. And then you can also find me on We Like Theme Parks podcast with a new episode on Thursdays. And we should have another one coming out this Thursday with our semifinals round. Well, semifinals, maybe quad final. I don't know. It's like 2 or 3 rounds out from the finals of March Madness. It's not March, but we're still having a lot of madness. And you should come see what the best animatronic in all of the Disney and Universal parks is on our new episode.
Excited. I'm very invested. I'm voting for presidents or Jaws. So.
Oh, yes. Well, you'll have a spicy turnout.
Oh, no. All right. Well, I'm excited. It's Lisa.
Hello, everyone. I'm Lisa, and you can follow me on Instagram at Lisa_A_Alves. I'm not doing a lot right now because I'm a tired person at the moment, but if you follow me on Instagram, you'll find a lot, maybe of some things that I do on there. So yeah, I might be here next week. See you then.
See you then. Alex.
Matt, you know, when we were watching the movie,
yeah,
I couldn't help but notice.
This with you?
Sorry?
I didn't watch this with you.
Well, no, but we both watched it.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So
you're right.
We've watched the movie.
Yeah, okay.
And we both watched it in the past.
Of course.
So when we were both watching the movie in the past, at some point.
We did. Okay, point taken.
I couldn't help but notice
that
it seemed like maybe during the opening kind of scenes that maybe a little bit of blood was rushing, to the, and, I only say this because a little bit of blood rushed to.
I wonder that you still be talking, Senior T-Tie. No one marks you. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. This is our second to last week of the Teacup for One Shakespeare movie marathon. Join us next week when we will be back here to discuss my personal favorite Shakespeare film and maybe one of my favorite Shakespeare plays, Titus Andronicus. The movie next week, it's a movie that is very divisive. People either love it or hate it. I'm fully prepared for this to be one of those situations where it's me talking about how much I love it and everyone else hates it, but let's bring it. Let's make it happen. Hooray. Also, content warning. Titus is very difficult to watch, but it's still a great movie. So there you go. That's it. Thank you, everyone. Matt 2 degrees. Teacup for One.
You have to be prepared to close it. 'Cause unless the thing's like on a delay.
How do you end this?
Well, it's better if it's like, the punchline of like, I'm going to say the word